What's up, all of you amazing people? Hello. We're so thankful that we're here, and we're here to talk about Attack on Titan. This is Attack the Talk. I'm your host, AJ. Of course, joining me is Lexi and Zach. Hi. Zach is back from Hawaii. We'll talk to Zach about his trip, but more importantly...
Yeah, we got some more important matters today.
More importantly.
More important than me.
Our good friend.
And I openly say that.
Our OG member of the Attack the Talk Levi squad. Some may say he is the, maybe the longest reigning? Maybe
He might be.
the first member of the Attack the Talk Levi squad member? Definitely in the running. If not the first member, he is number 2. But I do want to go ahead and say...
We don't put you guys in ranks. We love you all.
No, I do. I definitely rank you
Levi
guys
does.
for sure.
You're the Levi squad. There are ranks.
If we are the Levi of this squad, we are definitely ranking you guys. And Kyron is definitely up there. And of course, we're talking about our good friend Kyron. And today is Kyron's birthday. It is Attack the Talk Tuesday. We're streaming live on this Tuesday, and it is Kyron's birthday. So without further ado, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sing for you, my friend. And here we go. Ready?
I'm so sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kyron.
Happy birthday to you.
You know what? It isn't. I love my kid's response, Kyron. You know what?
Wow, you're watching our stream on your birthday?
Because you know what, Kyron? When it gets down to the one-on-ones, that's when the truth comes out. You gotta get to the one-on-ones first.
I love it. And Kyron, we're so thankful that you're here.
Have you done anything fun today? Are you doing
on
anything
your birthday?
fun?
Yeah. What are you currently doing?
What kind of cake are you eating?
And Kyron, we love you. We appreciate you. Everything that you've done for us, we can't express really our gratitude enough. And you've supported us really from the beginning. And again, we're just thankful to have you in our lives. I know that we have never met yet, but you are a big part of our lives. And yeah, man, we're just so thankful for you. And we hope that you're having a great birthday. So hell yeah, that's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
I love it.
What an amazing day.
I love it. Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
That's
like
fun.
I said,
that's nice. That's always nice.
Great. Yeah, you know, for me, that's I love that kind of stuff. I love just being. Let's talk about quality time. I know we talked about it before. I'm definitely a quality time type person.
Yeah.
And I don't like doing all the extra stuff at Topgolf. That's right.
At work.
Yeah, baby.
But that means you probably got a deal, right? You got a discount?
Bro, free golfing on your birthday?
That's fun.
That's so cool. But for me, I
just
definitely
let out all
do
that
enjoy
work stress
just
by
kind
hitting the
of,
ball.
simple gatherings with, people that you care about. And
absolutely.
that's what it means to me. And absolutely free golf. Gotta have that free golf on the birthday.
So on your next birthday, spend it with us.
There you go.
And we'll go to Topgolf out here.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or even...
We'll do whatever the heck you want, man.
I'll take you. You know what, kid?
Some point this year.
We'll go play catch. How about that? I'll take you and we'll go play some catch.
Yeah.
Kyron, you don't have to wait a year.
I know.
You can come to us.
You can just come
Anytime.
next week. You can come tomorrow if you want.
Yeah, but
I'll open my schedule.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Kyron. We're glad that you're able to join us, and let's go ahead. Let's get to Kyron's My Hero Academia adventure.
Yes. So
I'm so excited.
last time we read, he was basically just talking about how MHA is fire. I'm only 6 episodes in. I'm hooked. Yeah, he hates Kachan, and that was June 1st.
I hope that's changed by now. I hope that has changed by now. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You know what? Fucking fair deal. Get your ass over here, brother. Get your ass over here. I'll buy you some ears. I'll buy you one of those big old chicken leg or turkey legs from the pier.
So on June 1st, yeah, only 6 episodes in. It's fiery. It's Kachan.
No, it's the 25th of June, so it's been 25 days, more or less.
June 8th, he said, Kachan's growing on me, and I got introduced to Stain. And then June 17th, he said, I'm on season 4. And he said, I gotta say, Hound Dog is hilarious when he forgets human speech and gets mad and starts barking and howling. That's funny. And then same June 17th, except this is 3 hours later. He says, Hawks? Oh, never mind. He's just a mole. Also, My Hero Academia spoilers. If you guys haven't watched it, sorry.
Yeah.
We only really held back for Kyron, but now Kyron is watching, so.
Kyron has to freaking...
Spoiler. Hey, spoiler
slow
talk
down
with me,
now.
buddy.
He needs to watch it with us now.
Yeah.
We're trying to go and hold out on spoilers, and now Kyron's got to hold out for us.
Yeah, for us now. You got to return the favor.
You can vent to me about all of your My Hero frustration.
Unfortunately, Kyron, you can no longer update me and Lex because it seems like you're caught up. But definitely talk to Zach.
Yeah.
Please.
Me and Lex.
I need someone to vent to.
And then on June 18th, he said, "OMG, sorry to keep talking about MHA. You do not need to apologize at all.
So good.
Ever." He said, "But no way." Spoiler, Deku can use past One For All user quirks. Will he be able to turn into a Super Deku because of All Might's quirk, letting him get bigger and stronger? And then on Sunday, which was the 23rd? 4th? 23rd, said, "This show is an emotional roller coaster."
I want to know where you're at.
Yep.
So Kyron, just to go ahead.
So
and,
what season and episode are you on? That's all I need to know.
You understand us. I am currently at very beginning of Vigilante Solo Deku.
Yes.
Yo, what's up, Jacob?
I knew you're going to be here because there's Flock in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of Flock in this episode.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
There's a lot of Flock.
I'm going to try my damn best. I listened to this shit about like 10, 12 times. So I'm going to try my goddamn best for you.
There you go. To make Flock sound as little, as much of a
bone, every
little snake as he is.
Every fiber of my being fights it. I will do it because it's my destiny.
Also, Jacob, it is.
He's past.
It's Kyron's birthday.
Shit. Do you know what? You know what that?
Kyron.
Because we don't know what that means.
Nope, we don't know what that means, Kyron.
Kyron is literally like caught up on the season almost.
Damn.
He's like almost up to date. My boy. Holy shit. Less than a month.
Kyron.
Less than a month. I'm proud of you.
Dang.
God.
So
awesome.
Kyron, is it good or?
Fuck, I'm tearing up, bro.
What if he was like?
No, do that to One Piece. Do that for One Piece.
So Kyron, you remember how like we were recommending My Hero to you? Can you like give us, me and Lexi, a spiel as to like why we should start watching again? Because we need motivation. I'm kidding.
Hey. No spoilers.
Hey,
no spoilers, young man.
I mean,
no spoilers, young man. I mean, we all know what happens, but no spoilers, young man.
No spoilers.
Yeah, Jacob. No spoilers
Jacob,
for me and
please.
Lexi. We would greatly appreciate that.
To go off that, that's the scene I want to do. That's what got me pretty hyped.
But this is something that I'm actually, obviously, I'm aware of and stuff. You know?
Yeah.
We've seen that, right? We've seen him do the, whatever the spiel, not the. We haven't seen that.
We haven't seen the battle yet, but we saw him.
You guys saw the Dobby unveiling.
Yeah.
He's actually.
We saw
He's actually a Todoroki.
The Dobby, like the TV scene, right?
Yeah, we saw that Dobby Toya reveal. But also, we like totally knew that he was Toya because the whole time we were like, that's his brother.
Yeah.
The whole time we were like, come on now.
Yeah.
The detectives were detectiving for them.
Hell yeah. But I want to say, Jacob.
We saw the Dobby dance. That's
Jacob, can you please wish Kyron a happy birthday in chat? It's currently Kyron's birthday. Kyron is joining with us live, and we're so thankful for that. And Jacob, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you had a good weekend, and glad that you're here with us too, Jacob. And yeah, Jacob's going to go ahead and really enjoy this episode because it is Flock heavy.
Flock infested.
Oh yeah, it's Flock Central.
You might say.
Beautiful. And that, of course, guys, is episode 22 of season 3, and that is The Other Side of the Sea. This is part 2 of our episode breakdown and discussion. Yeah. Of course, spoiler warning to all of our AOT fans out there because, my goodness gracious, I mean, there's just so many spoilers at this point. Literally, like everything that we cover in these episodes, like literally, I'm talking about 7 minutes of episodes. Like, we're not even covering the entire episodes in one stream. Like, this is like 7 minutes of content from an AOT episode, and it involves so much like lore, so much like previous events that took place.
There's a lot of foreshadowing and parallels.
A ton of foreshadowing. There's actually a specific quote in here that Eren himself says that really kind of like, got me super interested. And there's always those little subliminal meanings. So I want to, of course, want to talk about it. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and give a spoiler warning to our friends who are not caught up with AOT. We'll do our best to go ahead and recap what we talked about last week. And we have a Q&A to go ahead and talk about as well. Right, Lex?
Yes.
All right. So at this time, I want to go ahead and, real quick, Kyron saying that I still hate Flock. Jacob said, I still love Flock. And
That's
Kyron
a parallel
he's
right
out there with Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Damn.
Oh, God. Fuck Joffrey. Now that I've seen Game of Thrones, fuck Joffrey.
Yeah, honestly.
Terrible little shit.
Joffrey's worse than, what's his name? Ramsay?
Yes.
Joffrey's
I'd
worse?
rather deal with Ramsay. than Joffrey any day. I loved watching Joffrey fucking suffocate on his own spit. I loved it. I was extremely excited to watch that motherfucker turn purple and die.
Literally. There's a lot of moments that you hate in Game of Thrones, but that's not one of them.
That's right.
That's Kai Cenat, right?
Yeah, that's Kai.
Okay, Jacob loves Kai Cenat.
We friends though.
We friends though.
I love. Someone said he should bring The Rock on to even out the playing field. Have Kevin and The Rock.
That would be funny, and he totally could.
Wasn't he like roasting Kevin Hart for his height? Aren't they like the same height?
No, I think Kai's a little taller.
Kai's like an inch or something taller.
But barely.
Oh, so
Yeah.
He's like still clowning on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he's got on him. That's all he's got on him. It's Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
you can't talk about money.
That's like the thing
can't
that they
talk about
clown on
fame.
Kevin Hart for.
You can't go band for band with Kevin Hart. You lose.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, they are getting close, but movie fame is not the same as Twitch fame.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
At all.
Kyron, I was pretty much educated on Kai Cenat last week.
Oh yeah, because
I know
because Jacob used that.
I know of the name. I'm not too familiar, but I know that obviously he's a freaking super popular streamer
Yeah,
and probably one of the most popular. However, I do
He's
know
kinda
him
funny.
from that freaking like riot that he accidentally caused or whatever over in New York because he was doing a giveaway.
Oh my
And
god,
then
yeah.
Literally, Kai Cenat had to go ahead and freaking just run off and stuff, you know? Like, I saw the clip, whatever, of him, like, trying to go ahead and run off into, like, a van just to go ahead and escape.
It was
and,
more of a scurry.
Yeah. More of a scurry.
More of a scurry.
That's how I was kind of familiar with him. But that also, put that into perspective. Like, he is so massive as a streamer that that's the kind of, like... That's the kind of influence he has, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's streaming now. Yeah, we saw that he's streaming now.
Got
Isn't he
6K
literally,
or
like-
six-figure viewers?
Isn't he like in Italy right now trying like the best pasta he's ever tried? He's just
don't know.
traveling. I swear every week he's somewhere new in the world.
Honestly, I don't even stay up to date with Kai. I don't even watch Kai like that.
I just
he's
see
all
him when I'm
over my
scrolling through
fucking
my feed
social media,
sometimes.
bro.
Yeah, I don't watch him,
He's
but I
all
just
over
see him
my
sometimes.
social media, and I just love Kevin Hart bagging on him for
Oh,
Tyler.
that's Speed. My fault. That's Speed. Another
Speed
big
is-
streamer. That's the guy who accidentally.
You mean I show meat?
Yeah, that's the guy who accidentally showed
do
his
the like the
penis.
cheese wheel thing. You know how they go ahead and have that wheel of cheese that they go ahead and they roll down a hill, and people just go out there and chase after the cheese.
I don't know. All I know is
I have
that
no idea.
And you
motherfucker.
just see like a group of people just eating shit, and they're like, you know.
Okay, I want to
doesn't
see
sound
that.
familiar
That
to me
sounds
at
like
all.
fun to watch.
Yeah, a lot of people get hurt.
All
I
I
just
know,
know
all I know
him
is Speed
from-
flashed his meat on camera.
Yeah, he accidentally
What?
flashed
Yeah.
his meat on camera.
That's why people call him I show meat now.
Yeah, I show meat
And,
instead
and
of I
Kyron
show
saw
Speed.
that.
LOL, I saw that.
Yeah.
He was playing
I
Five
hope
Nights
you're
at
talking about the
Freddy's.
wheel.
I regret
Kyron.
seeing that.
He was playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and
What?
he got jump scared by Chica, and
He got a little
and
too
he's
excited.
a very like, you know, when you're on camera, you're
He's
very high
animated.
energy and animated. So he gets up and he's like, "Oh, F you, Chica," and he's like pretending to thrust, and he like, I don't know what happens. His meat just flies out of his pants.
He's wearing like short / boxers,
Yeah, they're like
and
very loose.
they like slip. It slips. Well, jumped out. It jumped out.
It jumped out.
It jumped out. Jump scared the
I only saw
camera.
the
That was the real
censored.
jump
I haven't
scare.
seen the actual thing. Thank God. I only saw it
bless
censored.
your eyes.
Did
I
you
wish
see
I
the
had
actual
your
thing?
eyes. Yeah, I wish I
Oh,
never did. It's
God.
ingrained in my skull. I can see it perfectly clear, and I wish I couldn't.
Have you been following that account? I'm just wondering. Okay, so yesterday was our sister's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Marissa.
birthday, Marissa.
Happy birthday, Marty.
You and Kyron are very similar in birthdays. Fun. You're only a day apart. But I posted her on my Instagram story, and Jacob slid up and was like, "I thought this was your other account."
Really?
He thought that Marissa's account was my other account.
Oh wow.
I was like, no, that's my sister. Happy birthday, Marissa. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, he thought that was her, like my other account. And I was like, no. I don't think we look that much alike. But no, not at all.
That's hilarious.
I don't think we really look alike. I think we all have the same smile, but that's about it.
That's pretty hilarious, though.
But no, that is my sister.
Very cool. So Jacob is following Marissa now.
I know, are you following her?
Very cool. All right.
Marty just sees you also follow Attack the Talk
I know.
podcast.
And it's like, what? I've been. Oh my God.
That's so cool.
You're like liking and commenting. Like, this is really cool.
However,
Lexi.
we have had her boyfriend Vincent over on the podcast
We
already a
have.
handful of times.
We have had her
we've
boyfriend,
had Vincent
Vince.
over on the pod, I believe 2 or 3 times. So shout out to Vince. And we talked about his band. You know, he was going on that AOT adventure. I hope that he finished it. I don't think he did, but I know that he was at a good point where I think it was on season 4. But either way, you know, Vince is a super chill guy, and we were really happy to have Vince. But Vince is also another very, busy individual. So shout out though to Vince and Marissa.
Yeah, but Jacob, you can unfollow her now. That's not me. She has nothing to do with Attack on Titan.
Leave the poor girl alone. She didn't do anything.
All right. So now I want to go ahead and take the time to go ahead and talk about us. Talk about you guys.
Oh, yes.
I want to ask.
Because why else did we sit in front of mics?
About me.
I want to go ahead and ask. Well, talk about AOT.
Billy Relish.
Billy Relish. Yeah, exactly.
My wife, Billy Relish.
That is
yes, we
accurate.
Did see that. Me and AJ were talking about it.
And how lucky.
Put her on your hot dogs.
How so lucky and fortunate to have the creator go ahead and create. Just
basically like drew a little.
A still or whatever.
Yeah, drew like a little panel.
Yeah.
Of her with Eren so and cool. Mikasa and Armin. She looks really cool in it.
Yeah.
Actually, Josh sent it to us too in the DMs, and I just replied it should have been me. But that's so cool because she is an Attack on Titan fan.
We gotta call her Billy Relish from here. I'm down for that.
For real, Billy Relish.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we know that she's she's an Attack on Titan fan. She's a big anime fan, and
yeah, she has performed while wearing AOT merch.
Yeah, she's like performed concerts while wearing like a t-shirt with Eren and Mikasa and Armin on it and stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. Honestly, that is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Man.
One thing that was interesting that you mentioned, and you said it when we were talking about Billy Relish, was that
Billy Relish.
You said that Billy is like the voice of our like generation.
Yeah, a lot of people think that she's the voice of our generation.
And that is like so vocally. Massive. When you think about that in terms of like the landscape.
2 years younger than me.
And how crazy that's
a huge title to have.
She's been making music since she was like 14 years old. Something like that.
And you know what? I can't even really, I mean, obviously anybody can argue that, but that
has helped a lot.
That is like, I almost agree with it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I put my faith in her.
I mean, you know, I do.
Hey, she stands out and speaks out about Drake. She on my side.
I know. You know, Drake lost when she was singing with her friends. They not like us.
Just thinking about what.
Oh yes, he does.
Does Eren voice? Does
Bryce
Eren's voice
Papenbrook?
Someone? Yeah.
Voices Shindo, the vibration quirk guy.
Yeah, it's not a big role.
Yeah, it's not a huge role. My
understanding,
but
yeah, he's
like Shindo.
Yeah,
I think he got a pretty cool quirk.
His first name's Yo.
Really cool. Yeah.
Actually, funny enough, his first name is his first name's Yo Shindo.
See, isn't that so cool, Kyra? When you go ahead and you literally like recognize like voices, you recognize voice actors. The one that tripped me out, talking about from Attack on Titan to talking about voicing a character over in My Hero Academia, and we talked about it before in the podcast. But Josh Grell literally being Armin, just nice, soft-spoken Armin.
Yeah, the narrator.
And then he's literally Tokoyami.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bird.
Dark
Shinzo.
Shadow.
No, not Shinzo. Shindo. Mm-hmm. He's part of the other school. I can't remember what the other school's called.
Shinzo, whoever that voice actor is, has a very cool sound.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I was gonna say recognizing.
But you don't want to listen to it because then
because then you don't want to reply to it. Yeah. But.
Yeah, Kyra, exactly.
I think it's kind of
Armin and Tokoyami.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? I think it's
Armin's
also like it's both cool, but it's also a curse because like I'll recognize voice actors because anime dub voice actors also voice. Not just anime. They also do a bunch of other stuff too, like video games. And stuff.
A lot of them.
And it's funny because I'll be watching something or, whatever, and I'll hear a voice that I recognize, and then I can't focus for like the rest of.
Really?
I have no idea. I can't focus at all what they're saying. I need to figure out who it is because I know that voice, and I need to figure it out.
I think my favorite.
And it sucks when I'm in a movie theater and that happens. And I'm like, well, I can't go on my phone. Now I can't. I'm just busy trying to figure out who the heck this is.
I was actually going to go ahead and ask you, but we were preparing for the podcast. Mm-hmm. I started watching One Piece again. I literally just started.
Yes, I heard it.
And there was a specific voice actor, Yamato. And she sounds so much like Hanji. And I was going to ask you, Lexi, is this literally Hanji's voice? Because I was so like there's a certain line that Yamato said where it just sounds so much
similar.
But it was an excited Yamato, like whatever, and it reminded me of an excited Hanji, so it sounded so similar. Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you about it, but maybe we can go ahead and look into it a little bit later. But
yeah.
Kyron says Killua voice actor is in Promise Neverland too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Killua's voice actor is
Promise Neverland got done dirty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Season 2 is just not what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I watched like the first like 5 episodes, and I was like,
That's one of those where season 1 was
kind of good.
Season 1 was fucking great.
Yeah,
season 2,
doesn't that just kind of like that just stills that fire in your soul?
It wasn't a bad season. It just was bad compared to season 1. Like it felt like it didn't match in the same. Like
the pacing
universe.
was off.
Yeah.
That's what like
it just
like,
felt
wasn't
weird.
true to source
Tokyo
material.
Ghoul got me like that too at first.
But
then,
that's because season 1 isn't based on the manga, and they started basing it on the manga on season 2. That's why, you know, us not watching the manga and just watching, we were like, what the heck is going on? Who the heck is Heisei?
Speaking of like recognizable voices, I mean, season 1 with Jason. You have freaking literally the Chris Sabat, who's doing a phenomenal job.
Tearing off your fingernail.
You know, and like that's, I mean, whenever you go ahead and you hear that freaking deep, raspy ass freaking voice in Chris Sabat, you know, like, oh, okay. Like, damn. I don't know. But yeah, I like that. Attack the Anime.
Tokyo
I like
Ghoul
that.
announcement. Cool.
Tokyo Ghoul announcement. Actually, too, aren't they going to be redoing Tokyo Ghoul?
I know. I heard something about.
Like, isn't it like, I think
it's been in the talks. Yeah.
It's probably Wit, because they've been doing the remake for One Piece.
Because Mappa's been going through it.
I think Wit's remaking a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that. I appreciate that, you know?
Speaking of that.
Wit's good.
Segue. Because the remake for One Piece is coming out from Wit, I feel like Toei has been on their A game, because this last episode that dropped has some of the best fucking animation. Like, I'm comparing it to Wano animation, and I'm just like, where was this? Like, it's so fucking good. Like,
really? Because I'm tripping out over on what the current animation style is with those like impact frames and stuff, you know? And
dude, the impact frames in Egghead are like just as good, if not superior, in my opinion. Dude, you have no fucking clue. This last episode that dropped. I don't want to
get into spoilers, but I pretty much I watched Zoro and King. And
okay. Oh my God, the King of Hell. That was an amazing fight. Yeah. But no, I'm not gonna say anything. Just watch. Watch. Yeah.
But either way, that's exciting to go ahead here. But I agree, though. Like, isn't that weird when all of a sudden you kind of like have like that kind of kick in the butt? You know, you're kind of like, oh, you're going to go ahead and start doing this, you know, whatever, or take this away from us. All right, hell no. Let's show you what what real animation is like, or whatever.
Toei stepped it up a notch, because I know last week was a little filler side story episode where it was Brooks and Zoro just talking about all the emperors. But I'm so glad they took that week off, because this last episode on Saturday
worth it.
Oh brother, I rarely do this, but I actually stopped and replayed multiple times in my first watch through of the episode.
That's cool.
And I was just like, I need to see this. I hope slow down and everything.
I hope that with the remake of Tokyo Ghoul, that we get the same. There's just something about that same feel, that same like, I don't know, like the same investment. You know, where like you really care about the characters and stuff, you know, and all that. And sometimes, I feel like these remakes can be real hacky. You know, so hopefully, Tokyo Ghoul doesn't become
build
something
up the relationship like they should between you and the character.
Yeah, I hope that it stays true to just like what we love about it.
Because like a lot of remakes are like, oh well, you already know this character, you're already invested in this character, so we don't need to expand on your investment. Yeah. No, I want to be heartbroken and happy all over again.
Yeah, honestly, that's what's fun about literally the adventure. All right, I want to ask you, Lex, how are you doing? How was your weekend?
I am doing good. My weekend was good. What did I do? I worked.
And I know you're busy working on weekends now.
Yeah, it's my set schedule. But on Sunday, me and Mom and Dad went back to that Hilltop Park, and we took Blue this time. And Blue most amount of people he's ever been around. First time he's been, more than a couple miles from the house. And
no, not the first time. I took him to Hollywood.
Oh yeah, that's true. But this is the most amount of people he's ever been around. And
he was so happy and he was so joyful to go.
He hated it.
Yeah, he hated Hollywood too.
Yeah, I bet.
Is he a good car dog? Is he like?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, he just hangs out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's very good in the car.
Is he just like he doesn't like being around people?
It's just he's
I think
just
it's
scared.
Kind of overly.
He's just very scared.
Yeah, and
he kind of has anxiety a bit, but he feels very good at home, very comfortable at home. But
he got mistaken for something, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. When we were walking back after the sunset, side note, the sunset was absolutely beautiful. there were. I'll continue talking about it after I talk about what you just mentioned. But
he was mistaken for an animal.
We were walking down back to the car because we had to park kind of far because it gets busy there. This lady was walking her dog that looked like it was probably the size of my palm. I think it was like a puppy Yorkie, but the way that Dad described it was like it looked like a wet rat.
Okay.
It did kind of look like a rat. And they walk up to each other to sniff each other. Blue's just like please don't touch me.
Playing dead.
Blue's like just standing there stiff.
Yeah.
And she was like, is that a little goat, a pygmy goat? And we literally, all three of us stood there like, I literally was like, he's just a husky mix.
Yeah.
I was like,
goat?
okay.
How old was this lady?
She's probably like 40s to 50s.
No.
Early signs of dementia.
She was like, is that a pygmy goat? We were like, maybe it's because the shoes that he was wearing were pink. Maybe that's why.
You guys gave him shoes.
Yeah. Our dogs wear shoes when they go out.
That's so cute.
We had to get Toby shoes because his paws are valuable. He's only got 3. So if he steps on something, he can't walk. But I like to take the dogs out on walks when it's kind of sunny. Not now. It's way too hot now.
Damn hot.
But before, when it was like a little sunny, I would still make sure they wore shoes so they didn't burn their paws. But yeah. Anyways, the sunset was beautiful. After a while, I just laid on the blanket and Blue was fine. He just laid in my lap and was just breathing hard. And he didn't want to eat any. My mom offered him a piece of her nacho. He didn't want it. I tried to give him a nice little cup of water. He didn't want it. He was too anxious to be caught slipping in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So
earmuffs.
it wasn't even that. It was the fact that we were sitting on the grass, and next to us is kind of like, how there's like those little metal doors that kind of get into like maybe like the water stuff, or just to get underground, like
a grate.
Yeah, basically those metal grates, but they're like doors, and they're locked.
Oh, for like the electrical,
yes,
like the water pipes. And
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I get you. I see the vision. I see the vision.
So we sat kind of close to one of those,
box. And
people were not watching their children as they should. So there was kids just stomping on them because you know how they make a sound when they do doo-doo, and there's the echo. They just kept stomping it out. And I had to literally hold Blue so hard because he was trying to sprint away so much that he was like taking the blanket under him. He was so terrified. And the whole time, I was like, at this point, Mom and Dad were at the food truck getting fruit and stuff. And
fruit.
It was just me. Yeah.
You don't like fruit? Why'd you say it with disgust?
Because
there was a chopped up cucumber with chili and...
Oh, okay.
And tahini and stuff on it, like a Mexican ice cream truck, basically.
Like a chamoy
pretty
fruit
much.
Truck.
Yeah. And then Mom got nachos, and I just got a snow cone. But
you gotta get him some little puppy earmuffs.
But he was just staring at the kids, like he was judging their parenting just as much as I was. I literally was like, he was visibly afraid, so much so where other people were looking around too, like they were like, why aren't those kids stopping? They're scaring the crap out of that poor woman's dog.
I'm so shameless. I would have been like, can you guys chill out?
I didn't even know who the parents were. Those kids weren't around anyone. I was like, what is going on?
Then I really don't care.
They stopped by the time Dad came by. But then they would do it every once in a while, just to go back and forth. They would purposely step on it and stomp on it. And
you guys are hurting my dog's ears. Can you guys chill out? Parent wants to yell at me.
Dad
I was like, if I freaked out your kids with loud noises.
And Dad is
no problem yelling at me, but you won't yell at your kids?
Yeah.
Great.
And Dad is very unapologetic.
Style, okay.
Dad will let his opinion be heard if he thinks you're being rude. Mm-hmm. So, Dad is like sitting there like,
God's work. He's
where the fuck are your parents? Like, what is going on? Yeah. And they eventually ended up stopping, and Blue calmed down. Dad brought a lawn chair so he could sit down, not just sit on the floor.
I mean, if there ever was a time for a rumbling.
Right. And Blue was just like,
son Jacob.
Blue was just like between Dad's legs, like head underneath the seat, just like trying to like hide his face, but his whole body was showing, so he wasn't hiding well at all. Yeah. He was just hiding his like nose.
If I can't see them, they can't see
That's
me.
That's literally what he was doing. He was just like hidden from like here and just like staring at everyone.
Personally, I'm thinking of like that scene in AOT where literally that kid's about to get freaking like just stepped on.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Or when Eren attacks Willie Tiber and then that boulder falls on that kid with glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Get the vision.
We didn't have the DJ like we did last time. He wasn't there this time, but there was a lady selling
tissues behind you. It's bothering me in your frame. Just go ahead and move it off to the side. I just don't like how it's in your frame.
But there was a lady selling.
That's fine. You can hold it, but yeah, it was just like there in your frame. I just didn't like that it was there.
But there was a lady selling. You know, you always see them when you get out of concerts. There's this lady selling bacon wrapped hot dogs.
See, that's what I would have gotten, not fruit.
I was going to, but I was like, no. She kept moving. She didn't stay in one spot. It must be like some kind of legality thing.
I like fruit.
And instead of a DJ, we had a performer. He was wearing a Lakers shirt.
What kind of fruit would you be?
And he was. Are you calling him gay?
No, I'm saying, what kind of fruit would you be? Zach was the one who wanted to confess his love for me 2 weeks ago before he left.
Oh.
He's like, why are we hiding it?
Why is it a problem? Why are you making a deal out of it?
I just want you to name what fruit you'd be.
I openly admitted to you how I feel.
Yeah, and you're just gonna.
And are you gonna bash me for it?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Jacob says I'm a blueberry.
Isn't it Pride Month? How dare you?
No, it literally is.
How dare you?
What the hell?
What fruit are you?
What fruit are you? Jacob's a blueberry.
I think I would be.
He thinks.
A pineapple.
You think so?
Because I feel like even myself, I can only handle myself in certain periods of time. Because you know when you eat too much pineapple and then you get that like blood taste in your mouth.
Because pineapple has enzymes that eat you back.
Yeah, fuck.
Kyron says apple gang.
So are you saying you don't belong on pizza, or you do belong on pizza?
I do belong on pizza. I am on pizza. I'm always on pizza.
Okay.
Always?
I get Hawaiian pizza, yes, and ham.
You always get Hawaiian pizza?
Not always,
okay,
but
but you are on
majority
pizza,
of the time. I like pineapple on my pizza.
Okay.
I'd say I'm a pineapple.
Interesting.
I think that's a fair fruit.
We got a pineapple, Kyron's an apple, and Jacob's a blueberry.
What about you guys? What
do you think, Lex? This is kind of tricky because I was thinking about it myself too. I don't know what fruit I associate
Well, also,
with.
fast forward 10 minutes. I want to talk about cannibalism in about 10 minutes now, so note that.
Dead air.
Papaya.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what fruit I would be.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd be either.
I don't know.
I'd give you mango.
I would love that.
Oh, yeah, mango would be good.
I love mangoes.
Mango, though.
Mango.
Because you're brown.
I guess. Jacob thinks an orange. You think I'd be an orange? It's cool.
I would want to be like a.
Nothing rhymes with me.
I would want to be something cool, like lychee or something.
Be a papaya.
Or like a kiwi.
I don't like papaya.
Be like a kiwi.
And I like myself.
Okay, fair enough.
You like kiwis?
Not really. Well, I like it when it's with strawberries, but it's artificial.
Be a strawberry.
I like watermelon.
You're not a strawberry though.
I like banana. Maybe I'm a banana.
Maybe you're more watermelon.
Did you know bananas have more genetic likeness to human beings than most things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally.
You can be a banana. You're basically part banana
am.
right now.
You're insane dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit.
Oh, I want to be a dragon fruit.
You want to be dragon fruit even though you're a
spiky
pineapple?
on the outside, but with some good mushy gooey on the inside.
Mushy gooey.
All right, good stuff.
Some say that you already are. You know, prickly hairs, and then you got your guts on the inside. You're mushy gushy.
That's what we are.
I'll be a dragon fruit.
All right. Either way, I'm glad that Hilltop Park experience was good again.
Yeah, there was a performer there instead of a DJ. Well, he wasn't actually a performer, but he was just there living life. He was performing. He was doing art for the masses. It was literally like his world, and we're just living in it. Like he was just there sitting in his Raiders chair, wearing his Lakers jersey that was the number 21, and on the back it said Disco Sean. I guess that's his name. And he was going crazy. He was a tall black man playing mariachi music, singing every word. It was great, actually. Or at least his version.
That's fire, bro.
I don't know if he was actually saying the right lyrics, but he was
a couple bucks in his hat.
Was trying. He had a couple.
Never know.
Yeah, we would have no idea. There was a couple of
I would know.
There was a couple of moms that came up to dance with him, and it was funny. He had it was a good show. It was funny.
I'd put a couple bucks in his hat.
And then we
if I
saw
walked
cops
by.
give a bunch of parking tickets.
Oh, what
You
up,
look so
cuz? You know
cute.
how it is. You know, that summer stash going.
Are you gonna do a handlebar at some point?
You know what? I would love to, but the thing is, I think that you know how sometimes
Zebra
you go
cakes
ahead.
would hate it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But also too, you know how sometimes
I
you go
would
ahead
love
and you
it.
see with beards is like one side grows out thicker than the other. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. What side would it be? I think this side definitely grows out thicker than this side, so I'd have to really try to groom it to where it would look good. But I always screw it up, and I always just stick with the stash then.
Yeah,
So you've tried is what you're telling me.
I've tried to see what it looks
It's
like.
always like, dang
then I
it,
can't
and
even
just-
talk shit because you've tried. So I appreciate you trying.
Yeah, I've tried. Yeah, I've even done the.
I think it would look good personally.
I've done the Inherent Vice, Joaquin Phoenix hippie just mutton chops. I don't like it on me.
No, mutton chops are never a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're Hugh
respectfully.
Jackman playing Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's acceptable.
Unless it's your brand.
Ooh, grow out the mutton chops for Deadpool Wolverine.
That might work.
Get the popcorn bucket, put the popcorn bucket on your head.
You know, I heard that Zebra Cakes has a Deadpool costume. So
Yeah, that she's gonna try to wear it for the
Are
movie.
you gonna be Wolverine? Are you gonna be
Wolverine.
You gonna be Hugh Jackman?
Yeah.
That would be cute.
I'd have to be though it's just called the Wolverine, right? The one where it's like takes back in his history and stuff like that with his brother and this and Hugh Jackman has the longer hair.
Yeah, I believe so. The Wolverine. I think that's a standalone.
Aw, appreciate that. Thank you so much, Tia. I love you too.
Aww.
Miss you guys. See you guys very soon.
Yeah.
very
love
soon.
you guys and miss you guys.
And yeah.
Yeah, we'll be seeing you very soon. That sounds like a threat.
And I
We'll be
will see
seeing-
you guys real soon.
Well, I'll see you soon.
I'm a very particular podcast with a very particular
The
set of
handlebar though, you
skills.
can't do that.
Not yet. So
You
I was
can
in
do
that
the-
handlebars mindset.
That mindset. That's why the Hulk Hogan came out.
Yo, what's up, Eddie?
Hi, Eddie.
What to do?
Hell
Eddie,
yeah.
I've been seeing you. You've been doing a lot of like side quests going on in life. That's really cool. You've been getting a lot
awesome.
done.
He's doing his development arc.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot done. Very good. I think he's trying to start his own brand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been seeing you doing some big things.
Brother, when are you going to be directing the new, well, not new, but the only AOT
The
live action
AOT live action.
film?
Yeah, let's say only. Let's knock on the wood for that because I don't want anyone else to fuck it up.
Yeah, literally.
No sour tastes in
Like
my mouth.
Netflix.
You know.
Yo!
If I see Netflix AOT, I'm boycotting Netflix. I know you're seeing it too. I just like eyes track it. I've been
Yeah.
tracking it. It's right over here to my right.
It is.
Yeah,
There's a fat fly in here.
he was hanging up there
It's
earlier.
because it's getting warm.
Whenever you see it around, just try to open the door.
Bro, there's so many June bugs out lately. It's pissing me off.
Crazy. It must be June.
Is
but
it
I
really?
hope-
Anyways, that was my weekend.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
What
Real
about
quick.
Zach?
We'll get to Zach right now. I just want to go ahead, of course, thank everybody who's joining us here live in chat. I hope that you guys are all having a great day and you guys all have a great weekend. Zach, you had yourself a trip.
Yeah.
You went to Hawaii. So, how was your trip? How are you doing?
Are
How
we
was your
gonna get it?
weekend?
Are we gonna get it fired up?
Are we gonna get it fired up?
Oh, fuck.
People want to know what's
First of
going
all,
on here.
first and foremost, just to fit the topic, aloha.
There you go.
The next up, you can ask me now.
Yeah, I want to ask you, Zach. I mean, I'm sure Hawaii was probably a great time, but I want to ask you, my friend, how are you feeling?
Like the volcanoes, I was and am currently fired up.
Hell yeah, Jacob beat you to it, but that sounded really good.
It's okay. Eddie beat me to it too.
Says the cheese lewd good.
Let's
No,
go.
Eddie beat Jacob to it, so Eddie beat you all
Actually,
to
yeah,
it.
you're right.
Eddie's the most fired.
Eddie is the one who beat you both to it. So yeah, Eddie is the most fire. Hell yeah.
He's the fire queen.
The cheese lewd good.
Anything?
She's loot good.
Yeah, tell us about your Hawaii trip.
Honestly, it was very good. It was super humid, but after like a day, we kind of got used to it. For me, it was my 5th time in Hawaii, 4th time in Oahu. And we stayed in Waikiki at this hotel called the Twin Fin, and it's right by this little, not little, it's by this big old crater called, I think it's Diamond Bar. And there's a little watchtower up there, like a little bunker, and we hiked our way up there, took some pictures at the bunker. I'll show you guys after. It's pretty sick. We went snorkeling. We went to visit the ranch there, which is where they filmed 1% of Jurassic Park and most of Jurassic World, as well as Kong Skull Island.
Okay.
We did a little like buggy tour where we got to drive the
Buggy?
first-person buggy.
Buggy.
Speaking of,
Captain
actually, we were thinking
Buggy?
about Captain Boggy. If you still watch us, we think about
Oh my
you,
gosh,
and we
we do
miss you,
still
Captain
think about
Boggy.
Miss you,
you.
Boggy.
Yeah,
We do
Captain
miss you.
Boggy.
All right.
We always love your responses on the polls and the
We
Q&As
do
too.
still miss you.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, Zach. Continue.
We're just thinking about you the other day.
You guys that photo.
Yeah. So you said you're riding on the buggy.
So we were driving little buggies
land
around.
of
I'm gonna give you guys my phone so you can look at all the photos. Don't worry, there's nothing crude in here. But we went snorkeling. I saw some turtles.
No, literally.
Here you guys go. You guys can kind of go crazy on this. So anything past this is going to be Hawaii. So feel free to go scrolling around. So you'll see that there's some pictures of us driving these carts. There's 6-person carts. Oh, no, I just got a new privacy screen. I put that all over. So sorry if it's a little hard to see.
Can you see?
But yeah, it was a great time. For me, honestly, it was more relaxing than anything else just because I wanted to chill out. I feel like I've been working myself to the bone lately.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Captain Oh, yeah. I fucking love Smoker. Smoker's the goated. Bogged Oregon. Yes. Thank you. Kyron remembers Bogged Oregon. Bogged Oregon.
Boggy.
Yeah, we were thinking about you the other day. Me and AJ were talking about you.
Oh, we miss you, Boggy.
Yeah. I haven't seen you in definitely over a year, man. Where you been?
Yeah.
It could just be timing, but we miss you. Hopefully you're still checking in on us. But yeah, we went to the ranch. I got to drive around that little RV. That was sick.
That he literally has a Hawks tattoo?
I forgot it was on your thigh.
Yeah. Oh, I figured out what I'm gonna get next. I'm gonna get a JJK tattoo next, which is gonna be super exciting.
Cool.
I'm trying to think what else we did. Oh, cannibalism. Yes. I'm a pineapple. I got a $13 bag of pineapple while I was out there.
Cannibalism? That's what you meant by cannibalism?
That's what I meant by cannibalism.
I was so lost with the cannibalism. I was like,
I know. I was like, when are we talking about that?
I got a $13 bag of pineapple because they cut it freshly up there and the lady was super sweet. And I actually ate so much of that pineapple on my first sitting that I got more than a quarter of the way through, and the enzyme started making my tongue taste blood. And it hurt, and I kept doing it.
I thought you were taking a photo of his nipple.
Oh, it was the ladybug. It was the ladybug. No.
That ladybug's brown, bro.
It's white. It's a white ladybug with black dots. And those are technically venomous. Or poisonous, one of the two. I think it's poisonous, but it didn't bite me, so we're okay. But every time I go on a trip, I've been having ladybugs land on me, and they're good luck, so I like taking pictures of them.
Very cool.
But yeah, we did some hiking, did some snorkeling. I saw some turtles. My buddy Danny brought a GoPro, and towards the very end of it, you'll see there's 2 videos back to back. There's the last 2 videos, and we were sitting at this rock in Waimea. Waimea is this little cove, and if you keep walking inward, there's a historical reserve where you can walk to a waterfall. It's like a 3/4 mile walk. It's $25 to get in. There's a bunch of historical plaques and everything. You can kind of learn a bit more about the culture. A lot of beautiful fauna out there, and yeah, man. We did a walk there. Everyone else walked in the waterfall or walked in the water. You have to rent a little life jacket for $10. It was going to be my 3rd time, so I was not about to spend $10 on another life jacket because I've been in it before, and I just wanted to chill, read my book. I was reading a lot of manga, reading a lot of of Dune, and then we went to Waimea, the cove across the street, and the water was so clear, and there's this little rock that you can sit on if the tide's low enough. And across from that, here's my $13 bag of cannibalism pineapple.
Is that what he thought was cheese?
Yeah, this is what he thought was the cheese. Definitely not cheese, it was pineapple. And then here, let me get you guys that. Here we go.
That's funny.
Here you guys can kind of see. Let me see.
What kind of cheese would that have been?
I don't know.
Swiss.
Wouldn't it Swiss?
Because maybe it had holes in it.
Little SpongeBob cheese.
There's kind of this rock in front of this. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Top of the video. You can jump off that rock, but we were sitting on another little rock, and there's a little turtle who was just coming. And no, it is very illegal just for anyone.
Land on the turtle though.
Well, normally he stays away from where people jump because there's always people there. But he was feeding on the algae at the base of this little rock formation, which is probably a good 40 yards away from the cliff jump. And no, just for anyone who's going to go to Hawaii, don't go near the turtles. You will get a $10,000 fine if you are within 10 feet of a turtle and an officer sees you.
Oh, really?
So, yes, it is.
I kind of like that, though. It's like
they're endangered, so please don't go near them. But, of course, if the turtle comes up to you, do not move towards it. It is fine if they come up to you. So, in the past, I've had a turtle come up, put a flipper on my foot, and the dude was like, wow, that's good luck.
Aww.
I was sick. Wow. But we had that little turtle. He came up, and he was just kind of swimming by us, eating, munching. There's a little eel in that video, too, that swam by. But we were the only ones out of everyone at the beach that saw that turtle. And we were we saw a turtle, and one person was going to yell turtle, and I pushed him into the water because I was like, don't fucking say shit. Don't ruin this for me.
Next thing you know, you're just announcing to everybody, hey, come over here.
Because there's people probably swimming 15, 20 feet from us, but no one wears goggles, bro. They're not. The water's clear enough where if you wore goggles under there, you would see that turtle 15, 20 feet away from you. But we didn't say shit. Someone tried to, and I pushed him in the water. And we got a good video of him. And then he swam around the other side and swam with us too. And when we went snorkeling, we saw 2 turtles there as well. And I was snorkeling like maybe 20, 25 feet down to the reef. And I got to the point where I was down there, and then I was holding my breath, and one of the instructors tapped me, and I looked up, and there was a turtle right above me, and he was like, go around it. And I was like, I need to breathe. So I tried to swim around it. But overall, it was a great trip. I was able to relax a lot. I didn't get any darker. I didn't burn, but I didn't get any darker.
I mean, at least you didn't burn.
But my freckles, like when I was leaving, you can't really even tell now, but my freckles were like super like vibrant when we were leaving. But
just any bit of melanin, just.
Yep, pretty much. All of my melanin got soaked up into my freckles, so I didn't get any darker. But all around, solid trip. I think I definitely want to go to Maui next time to do some more nature hikes. But I would need to find a crew that wants to do all those nature hikes.
Yeah, someone that's capable.
No, solid pirate crew for sure.
Right.
I do need a solid pirate crew, yes. And then we can sail the 7 seas together and find the One Piece.
Find them.
Yeah, other than that.
Pirates, I got some you can borrow.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I forgot. When I had you, I gave it all to you. That was the deal I made when I had you. No, I did not catch Moana. I caught a turtle though. But no, it was a great trip. I was gonna bring gifts. I'm so sorry I wasn't home today, but I got some macadamia nut chocolate for you guys.
Like, I'm so sorry I didn't bring gifts. Like I told you, don't get me anything.
Yo, you got a bracelet, so
man, I don't bring any gifts back when I go on trips, so
Really?
I'm not doing
Just
it.
chocolate and a bracelet. And I know AJ loves his bracelets.
I'm like, I'll take some spam masubi.
Yeah, from
Spam masubi was so good. It was so good.
That's good, man. I'm glad that you had a great trip. It sounds like it was really refreshing. I know you said you've been to Hawaii already multiple times, but it's always nice when, regardless of how many times you go, it always feels nice.
I will argue this. It was my first time going kind of like to Oahu, at least, without like family. So it's not like I'm chained to like my siblings or my parents. I was able to just kind of like, I was
if
with
you don't
my
mind me
friend.
asking, I was going to say, who'd you end up going with?
I went with 5 friends. So 2 of them I've known, well, technically 3 of them I've known since high school. And then one of them was a friend of my friend who was a roommate in college, and the other one's her boyfriend Danny, who works with me at Stinking Crawfish. So yeah, it was all around just a great time. I mean, a lot of them were like, they know me to be super hyper, so when they went in the water, they're like, let's get in the water.
Hyper? No.
Who would have fucking guessed?
No.
They'd be like, let's go in the water. And I'd be like, I'm just gonna sit here and read my book. They'd be like, are you okay?
And they'd be like, what is wrong
I know,
with
because
you?
they probably picture Zach just like, hey guys, what are we doing today?
Look at this
You know
rock
what?
I found.
I'm
Look
feeling
at
so
this seashell.
fired up. Let's go.
Because I literally was like, guys, I found a seashell.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
it.
literally
It was
that.
really nice. It was a really nice seashell. But
I love it though. I love that energy though, because for me, there's so many times where I could just be so just like kind of like chill and kind of to myself. And I need that kind of like that just sudden burst of energy.
Yeah.
To go ahead and pull that energy
I mean,
out
like,
of me.
you know what? I am not doing enough. Let me.
they tried to drag me in
Jacob
the
said you
water.
could maybe match his ADHD energy.
ADHD energy.
I am far superior to you with ADHD. If you saw me on a regular basis,
Yeah, Zach's crazy.
I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
Exactly.
A rubber room with rats, and rats make me crazy.
So AJ, how was your weekend?
Bat, what is up, Bat? Bat went
Hi,
to
Bat
Hawaii
Bat.
once.
To
You're
answer your question
beautiful.
about that, no, we didn't. Just because it was more like an anniversary, it was super populated there too. Like, they were having a huge event, and like I'd been there before. The others had been there before who had been to Hawaii, and the people who hadn't been to Hawaii honestly didn't really care to go.
Yeah, so they were like,
So we were like, it doesn't matter. We went and hiked to that little bunker, and that was like, you could see Pearl Harbor from there, and that's what it was meant to protect. So you kind of like, we got our little Pearl Harbor itch scratched. But instead of doing that, we went to the Dole farm. So we went to go to the pineapple farms and have some Dole Whip, which again, they just creamed up some pineapples. So I had some creamed cannibalism.
more.
There you go.
And it was so fucking good. It was so good. I had so much that it just fucked up my tongue, where I literally like stopped eating pineapples for 2 hours. I went back to my bag of pineapple
Literally
2 hours
hurt your
later,
tongue.
and it still hurt my tongue.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
It's the enzymes
but
of pineapple.
everyone agreed that I had the sweetest bag of pineapple out of the 4 bags that we bought.
Oh, so yours
really?
was
A couple of them were a little
especially
bitter?
Yeah. Well, they weren't bitter. It was just like, you could tell that mine was like
really flavorful.
perfectly ripe, and the others were like still ripening.
Uh-huh.
We went to Oahu, and we stayed in Waikiki, which is kind of like southeast shore, but we spent most of our time at the North Shore, to be honest, because that's where all the fun stuff is and the best beaches.
Okay.
There was one place I wanted to go to we didn't go to, but that's okay. I've been there before. So
Best pineapple I ever had in my life, and nothing anywhere else will ever come close.
Oh, because that's the only place pineapple's grown. So It's literally the home of the pineapple.
Kyron just has Disney on the mind.
Dude, where do you think Disney gets their Dole Whip from? Where do you think they get it from? From Hawaii. It's so good.
That's so cool, man. It's funny. You got me thinking too. Like, if I am a Mongol, then there's been a lot of genocide on.
Oh yeah.
Or a lot of cannibalism.
Cannibalism, yeah.
On my part.
Yeah, no, I'm a cannibal. Dude. I fucking eat pineapple all day,
like
bro.
Genocide. I'm just killing all the fruits.
Yeah, now you have AOT on the mind.
Literally.
Oh, and there was a
Eren.
peacock. Too.
Living like Larry.
Peacock?
There's a peacock, and I'm pretty sure that's the same peacock I saw when I went.
I'm like, hey, that sounds just like
ago.
Faye.
I know.
And because homeboy like walked up to me and like
Speaking
let
of
me
Faye,
get a video.
there's
of
a pretty shitty moment in here too.
And he's like, it's a big male peacock. So like,
Yeah.
I think it's the same one that I saw last time. It made me so mad because he plucked a feather, and I went to go pick it up, and I saw a fucking 6-year-old little girl go, a feather, and I literally, my friends just
Can you
saw
do the
me.
voice, Lex?
Of the little girl?
Yeah, do his little girl voice right now.
A feather!
And I literally just went.
To the little girl, yeah.
No, because I literally like just I literally just gotten up from the table to go pick it up, and I heard her say that, and I sat back down and I started beating the shit out of the table. And I was like, fine, I'm not gonna steal candy from a baby. But
Like stealing.
I still got some good videos of it and some good pictures of it, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm content.
Got it. Well,
But yeah, that was Hawaii.
currently have some technical issues.
The flights sucked. That's the only thing I have to say about the flights. I was stuck in the middle on both flights.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry guys, at the moment right now, there we go. Okay, I just want to make sure
We're
chat's
good.
still good. We're on our end has said that it's attempting to reconnect chat. So we got Jacob's message, and looks like we're good to go.
See, I should have done that. I should have fucking bought a 6-pack of pineapples, take that shit home.
Bobby!
Bobby, what is up?
Hi,
Yeah,
Bobby.
the lost feather.
I know that fucking kid probably lost it, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I had a great time. Honestly, for me, I looked at it as, instead of being like Japan where it was like an adventure trip, this was more like a chill on the beach.
Yeah, definitely. It sounds definitely like more chill vibes for sure. Like Japan is like, that sounds like an absolute amazing trip, but then it sounds like there's so much to accomplish literally on that trip like that. Whereas with you're talking about literally just lounging on the beach, just enjoying your time and stuff with friends and all that. Sounds like a great time.
It definitely helped me that I had been there before, because I was like, I've seen this.
Yeah.
There's some of the others who were like, wow.
But also too, it sounds like you're the type of person where it's like, hey, you know, Zach, you're familiar with this. Like, where should we go, or type thing, whatever. You know.
That was the best fucking part. I did none of that, because one of my friends, Sophie, she has family there, and she would go visit often. So like, she knows all the best spots, and I only know the spots because I asked her when I went.
Eddie has a question for you too.
Oh yes.
And hell yeah, gang's all here.
Dude. Oh, it was so refreshing for me. I low-key was like kind of flexing, because I was speaking a little Japanese that I knew, like to some of the locals. Like if someone like got in my way, I'd be like, oh, like sumimasen. They'd be like, oh, hi. They get all happy and step out of the way.
That's so cool. Love that.
And then none of my friends know any Japanese.
White boy speaks it.
That's always my favorite thing, when someone's like, the white boy's cultured. I try my best.
I know.
But yeah, no, a lot of
Contrary
Japanese.
to how I appear.
It was so much fun.
Love that.
And yeah, I let Sophie, shout out Sophie. She did all the planning and all the hard work for me. I just sat in the car, chilled out, and chilled on the beach. Had a little bit of water time.
Hell yeah. Well, since the gang is all here, I'll tell you what. Let's
We're
let's
still
do
missing
the.
Josh, SB,
Oh yeah, I know.
Please.
Well, they're probably
and Zebra Cakes isn't in here.
here in spirit. Okay.
Sumimasen. Hayo.
Karen says I went to Panama City
Hi.
Beach, got so sunburned, but definitely would recommend any beach. That
That was me in Cancun. Yeah, I got fucked up in Cancun. The sun beat me to shit. But I definitely like kept up on the sunblock and like.
Hey, what's up, baby? Zebra Kicks
Oh, there
here.
she is.
You
She's
summoned
here.
her.
Yeah. Get
There,
out of
I
your four
summoned
walls
her.
and get outside. I love that, Kyron. Definitely. Yeah. Get out of your four walls.
That's basically
There
what
were no
Eren
walls.
was.
All right, you know
Eren
what?
was
You're right.
preaching,
Let's
right?
go ahead. Let's end the podcast right now and let's go outside. Okay,
Guys, tune in 10 minutes.
This
We're
is
going to be
our
live streaming on our
out and
phones.
play.
This episode we're going to do on a walk.
That'd be so cool. You imagine that?
SB, I summon thee.
Oh my
imagine
God.
the heat
Why
on the
do you
West
remind
Coast.
me of JJK.
Yeah. The West
With
Coast
this
is
sacred treasure, I summon Raga the Opstopper.
You know, it'd be so crazy.
Thank you.
If like we talked about, Captain Boggy. Next thing you see Bog Dorgan in
I know.
joins us in chat.
Bro, let's just summon Let's just channel ourselves.
Let's just summon in SB.
Summon in all of our previous.
Summon in all of our Attack to Talk Levi
Marco.
Squad
All
members.
previous chatters
All of our
must join in.
friends.
All previous chatters join and
Asian
say
freak.
hello.
Asian Freak, Lovey.
Yeah, Lovey.
Let's go. Let's get all of them over here.
Laker for life.
Yeah.
I like it when the chat has a million colors.
I love it. I love it. You
Yeah.
guys are so awesome. We
Because it
appreciate
turns
you guys
into
so
a
much.
rainbow.
You guys are so cool.
Happy
Full Cali,
Pride Month.
50% SB Smash. I love that. Hell yeah. That's so cool.
Hell yeah.
I
Kyron's
love
so
that.
far into MHA, it's all you could think about.
I freaking love it.
Good.
You remember that? Like we still constantly have AOT on the mind. So like,
I know, that's us.
That's literally us. A walking AOT podcast. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, doing the voices while we're hiking.
I
would
know.
be, struggle.
Very cool.
But AJ,
Yeah.
tell me,
No.
how was
Oh.
how was your weekend?
But I'm curious.
Are you curious?
I haven't.
The
How's your
people
last
wanna
2
know.
weeks been?
I didn't say it.
Smash.
That is by far like one of my favorite fucking scenes in the whole show.
Very cool.
Just because it's my boy.
Yeah. I mean, weekend was nice and relaxed, and yeah. I mean, it was just really chill. I had to go and do a punishment.
Oh my god, yeah.
For anybody that does fantasy football, I had to go and do a little fantasy football punishment.
And AJ doesn't drink.
I don't drink. So essentially the punishment is beer mile, and I don't drink. So this would be the third year that somebody's doing a beer mile, right?
Tell me you did the milk mile.
And I did the milk mile.
God damn it.
But it was chalky milk.
I
was
did
chalky
I
milk?
did chocolate milk. So
The only thing that could be worse is if you did a mile with like a Sprite and a banana.
Yeah.
That would be fucking
needless to
disgusting.
say, at the end of it, my face was freaking fully like into like a trash can. I was puking all of the chocolate milk out. Not to go ahead and
It's like
get all
squeezing out a
descriptive
water
with you.
balloon.
Zebra Cakes was there. Zebra Cakes could go ahead and
Squishing his stomach in.
Yeah.
Like Luffy. Luffy actually has fucking gum balloon.
bro. After the third,
And
so it was
afterwards-
four. It was four that I had to go ahead and drink. Okay.
For
So,
what?
For the chocolate milk
4
Nesquik.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say 4 fucking gallons.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
no,
holy
no.
Shit.
It was
No,
the
4 of those Nesquiks, you had to pound
those
those.
single Nesquiks. Can't think of exactly how many.
Was it
ounces.
like a Nesquik a lap, or did you do like a quarter mile run?
full vomiting? 100%.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Yes,
puked a
you
lot
did.
of chocolate milk out. Yeah.
That's
So
like
just
pure
kind of give you
chocolate
guys a
milk.
context. So the park that I was at, it was 4 laps, right? So I had to start with a chocolate milk, run, finish the lap, chocolate milk, whatever, and so on and so forth, right?
What was your strategy going into it?
There's no strategy. It's just really just get
Try
it
to
over
live.
with, you know. Like this was the weekend where I had the availability to go ahead and do it. Wanted to get it out of the way. I wanted to get to a park early enough. Did it at 8 a.m. and
What a way to start your fucking day.
yeah. So it's one of those things where I had some of my fantasy
wasn't too hot,
football buds over there in attendance just to go ahead and kind of make sure that I wasn't cheating or whatever and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But,
And also wanting to see you suffer.
yeah, all that stuff. But so the first one tasted good. I was like, ooh, chocolate milk. Second one wasn't that bad.
Chocolate milk.
The third and the fourth chocolate milk were just pure, just like island devils. Like literally just like
Island devils.
hated them with every.
It wasn't like, I'm parched after that mile. Let me.
No.
Well, it's more than just a sip. It's a
That
chug.
last freaking just like lap.
I think they're like 16 ounces or something.
It sat so freaking heavy, and when I was done, I was like, oh god, okay. I was trying to control my breathing, and then I figured
Focus on Demon Slayer, bro.
the best thing I could do was just literally release it all.
Yeah.
And I did. Literally, it was all just liquid chocolate milk. And I felt so much better afterwards.
Felt so
How
good.
did the rest of your day feel? Do you feel like your day was like a
So,
solid day after
so,
that? Like that got
I'll tell you
ready?
what.
Is that my morning routine now?
You seemed pretty normal for the rest of the day.
The rest of the day didn't
honestly.
affect me at all when it comes to eating and whatnot. The only thing that affected me was I just didn't want to do anything with dairy.
Yeah.
Like,
You didn't
for
want
obvious reasons,
any
you know?
milk, Nothing.
You're
you're not gonna be able to drink chocolate milk for a little.
So I went and I got, so the day before, I had ice cream in the fridge, and I was like, I want to have some ice cream this weekend. Didn't touch the ice cream at all.
Yeah, you're like no
You know?
dairy right now.
And but
wild.
I was still able to go ahead and it was fine. Honestly, I felt normal afterwards. That's just the crazy part about it. Like it sucked in the moment.
It came all out.
Literally everything all the
It all
chocolate
came
milk
out.
was just released from my body.
Next week.
And it was it was like, okay, that was
Is that my
fun.
new morning routine? Do 4 laps around the park with milk and start my day that way. Wake me up.
Now, let me ask you though. Okay, so one thing you mentioned, I know that you mentioned
need
about
milk.
with,
I think you could just run and it'll
with
wake you up.
Sprite and a banana. But if you just did like 4 laps with some crispy Sprite,
I'd probably still throw up just because of the carbonation.
Yeah, the carbonation.
How long do I have to have for the Sprite to settle? Or is it just drink the Sprite and fucking?
So the thing is, it's you kind of go at your own pace, you know. So if you want to go ahead and do it and be there for a while, or you can just go ahead and kind of like just get it over with. Like the 2 laps, I was just trying to make a good pace, you know. I also was drinking the chocolate milk at a solid pace. I wasn't like chugging it to where I was like, I knew that shit was gonna go. If I did that, that would have been a mistake.
Yeah.
You know. So I was just trying to go ahead and get solid, you know, just a solid drink, you know. And this
not like gulps, just normal.
Yeah, and then but also like I was kind of bullshitting, you know, with my buds and stuff too, you know. Like I was trying to go ahead and make light of the situation and whatever.
He was
stuff,
vlogging
you know?
a little bit.
And you know, so
running with the camera out.
So yeah,
Oh,
it was one of those
recorded.
things where actually. I don't think I saved them, but actually, I think it's.
I think they're in.
I didn't realize next week was the last episode of the season. I'm kind of bummed out. I wanted more episodes. But if we're gonna get 3 movies back to back to back, then like, that's fine. I can live with some movies.
Also, how many episodes are in season 3 of Attack on Titan?
That's an amazing.
I feel like we're like in the finale.
All right, so I'll go and I'll let you see it, Zach, and I'll explain about the weekend and whatever stuff too. But so there is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's just 3 videos, and then the last is just a picture of me while I'm hugging the.
Oh great. Oh great.
But
my favorite part.
Oh my
You did
God.
I want to know what your route was.
Yeah, there's only 22 episodes. We're on the last episode of this season.
I didn't take the hill. I avoided the hill.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
There was no hill.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you see the park. You recognize the park. Yeah,
I know
there's
exactly
no hill.
where we are. Yeah.
But anyway, so that's what I did on my early Saturday. I did the milk mile. And,
what does your shirt say?
It says
Suit stuff.
Yeah, that's a little kind of funny little part that has to do with the league. A couple of my buddies, they formed a little faction called the Suits. So I was like, Suits.
A little entourage reference for those of you that are cultured.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it was whatever. Just want to get that over with. After that, kind of was just chilling with zebra cakes and stuff. And we went to a cool little diner. Like I said, it didn't affect me at all. Still was everything good, all good. And yeah, it was just a really nice, relaxing.
Plastic bottles. They weren't even the little cartons. The little cartons would have been a little easier.
Well, the thing is though, is that so I wanted to keep it fair, because in the past, this is the 3rd year. The previous 2 years, like they did, alcohol, so they're doing,
you poor guy.
So yeah.
That definitely was a punishment.
That's a good lap. That's a good lap. You know what? You're a good sport.
But it was, I mean, whatever, so. Yeah. I don't know. Can you show this into the camera?
Yeah.
So that our friends can go ahead and obviously see.
Get ready to clip, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to clip.
Clip it.
Clip it.
You could do it into my camera.
Awesome.
Clip it. But yeah, this was me.
That's our boy. That's
There
our
he
boy
is.
there.
That was me afterwards. So,
Poor guy.
yeah. But immediately felt so much better afterwards.
Did someone give you some back rubs and back pats?
Zebra cake.
Zebra
Yeah,
cakes
but it
was
was like
From a distance.
Oh no.
you okay?
You got this. A
Yeah.
little bit of dry heaving
It was
herself.
just like you got it. Holds his mullet back,
Exactly.
Holding back your mullet.
Jacob says, "No, put it back, please." No.
You can rewind it after it's
rewind
uploaded.
it.
Yeah, you guys have the power to go back. We're
This
stuck
is immortalized
in time.
online for forever.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
What? How did that even happen?
I saw it out of my peripheral.
What?
How did that even happen?
Oh, you dropped your phone?
I saw
had it like
There
this.
you
Honestly,
go.
it
Eddie,
looked
I
like
know,
it
my
threw
friend.
itself.
That's
Like it got some
craziness.
distance on
Okay,
it.
I have
I don't
a
recommend-
ghost. I have a spirit.
I don't recommend,
that throws
milk
my phone on
mile.
the floor.
Let's get some sage in here. Let's sage this shit up.
Well, our friends are all here. Let's go and let's do the Q&A.
Yes.
How about that? Let's do the Q&A. Because the Q&A is also another interesting question, and we asked last week, and maybe we can have Zach go ahead and answer last week's poll question for us
would
here
love to.
live. And then, so essentially, the question was, had to do with the creator, Isayama. What is the one
Oh,
question?
last week's Q&A.
Yeah. So
I think everyone knows my answer.
yeah, what would you ask?
Who is the father?
There we go. We had a lot of
Who
that
is
too.
the father?
Yep. We love that.
Tell me.
Okay.
Watch him be like, it's Billy Relish.
It's Billy Relish. All right, and so this
That's why he's
week,
got those eyebrows.
what's the Q&A for this week?
We asked you guys, what AOT spinoff would you like to see?
Okay, so think about it, guys, because there's so many different potential spinoffs that
I already know what I'd want
would be amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think about the events that took place afterwards. You think about, something that took place, somehow in the middle of the story. Think about some obviously stuff that took place earlier. Think about history way back earlier. We talked about predecessors. We talked about a lot of different stuff. Bobby forgot what he chose.
It's okay, Bobby. It's right here. I got it.
Yep, we got it. So
all good.
I
already know what I would choose too.
I want us to talk about it, but let's go ahead and let's see what you guys said.
I got 3 answers.
Got 3 answers? Okay,
And
so
I'll rank
keep those
1, 2, and 3. Yeah,
keep those in your brain.
I got my
all right?
one
Keep
solid
yours in your
answer.
brain. All right, and then yeah. All right.
So starting off with Bobby, since Bobby's
What did
right
Bobby
here.
say?
Bobby said either a predecessor story of Titans before Kruger, or a futuristic one from before the ancestor at the end.
Yes. Okay, I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
very
like that.
good, Bobby.
And honestly, me and Bobby are right there on the same wavelength right there. I want to go ahead and see.
Eddie said he'll do it himself.
There we go. Hell yeah.
Attaboy.
I love
Eddie's
that.
gonna Thanos it.
But I agree. I want to learn more about the history. I want to learn about the predecessors. We're at a
like
point
how
here in
did
the
it come to
story.
be?
We're talking
What about the Great Titan War?
the Attack Titans, right? We're talking about them and how what's so interesting about them is that somehow they're all connected, right? Through the paths and they're bonded by memories and whatnot. And to be able to understand how far back those memories went, or how far back these predecessors, what they were able to see,
Yes.
and all that, and that excites me. Obviously, just to go ahead and learn about, just any other, predecessors with the other Titans and stuff, because there's certain Titans that do fascinate me. Obviously, the ones I think about, like with the Attack Titan, the Beast Titan, just to be able to see what other kind of Beast Titans there were. We saw obviously that over in the the end of the finale, just all the different variations, but that stuff fascinates me.
Explain it, Isayama.
But I do like the idea of further exploring, I should say, just really exploring the events that took place, afterwards, right? I want to learn about our characters that we grew to go ahead and really root for and to love, and to see what they end up doing with this really new life that they were given.
Yeah.
I want to see,
Totally different life where they just don't have
the
to be
families that they
bored.
created, or if they had a family. I want to go ahead and see really what they end up doing. I think that'd be really fascinating. I think it'd also be really heartbreaking as well too. We can go ahead and essentially designate an episode, and it can just be a very small little kind of spin-off.
Just
I think we
something
might have
that kinda
talked about
gives
it
us
too.
that
I think
peace of
Zach even
mind.
mentioned it, where it's like literally you can focus one episode based on a character and see what they did in that kind of that their lifespan. And then of course the finale would find out what happened to my guy Armin. He'd be the
Of course.
finale, because everybody wants to know what happened to Armin.
He's the one that sees all his friends die.
But literally,
It's just more of like an I guess epilogue. Is epilogue the word I'm looking for? Because epilogue like a prequel in a sense.
I think epilogue is a short explanation of an episode, isn't it?
can I say if it's true?
A section or speech at the end of a
this
book
is,
or play
Yeah.
that serves as a
That's really
comment
cool.
This
on
is
or a
Kyron's
conclusion to
answer.
what has happened.
Okay, sorry. Say that again.
A section or speech at the end of a book or play that serves as a comment on or a conclusion to what has happened.
Okay.
So that's, I guess,
So
like
that
an
was kind
epilogue
of an
season would
epilogue.
be like an epilogue season where everyone gets their own episode about how their lives played out. So like one episode would be like Jean and Mikasa, assuming they're the ones that stay together. Another episode would be like Connie, Sasha, Levi, Hanji, or not
Well,
Hanji. Whoa.
Yeah, Bobby
Say not
says.
Sasha either.
Not Sasha
Yeah.
either. But we get a little epilogue episode for everybody that was part of the main
still,
crew.
those are things where you can literally pay homage and pay respect to some of the characters that we've lost, because Connie would go ahead and be thinking about Sasha and stuff, and then who's to say he's not going to have some sort of maybe
how their
some
legacy
sort
was
of
carried on.
connection and based off of their very different relationships with Sasha with somebody like Niccolo. Like, who's to say they don't become friends or whatever and stuff, or who knows, and
Yeah, maybe it could be like an episode where it's like Sasha's episode, but it's all the people closest to her, and they're like how they carry on her legacy in a sense.
Or Bobby says, about the same mindset LOL, maybe an extended episode for the ancestor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool too
That
to
ancestor,
see like what happens after.
Yeah, obviously it's very interesting to go ahead and find out what happened with that ancestor. But I mean, I'm also very fascinated with, like you said, right? The child, Historia's child. You know, so there's just so many responses you can go ahead and freaking go with. You know.
You want to read Bobby's most?
Oh, Bobby said, "I like
comment?
it. Let's get on the writers' room stat. Me and AJ, we got Armin. Hell yeah.
Me and AJ got Armin.
I love that.
Yeah, you guys can write for Armin.
And that's so fascinating too, Bobby, because we know that it's been alluded with Armin and Annie, and to be able to go ahead and find out the extent of that relationship. But I almost have this feeling that like there's still going to be some sort of unfortunate heartbreak at the end of that.
It's almost like they're just destined to be sad, like not destined to be happy, live normal
I just don't
lives.
think Armin and Annie would work. I think that they care about each other. I think that, and this is me.
He'd be the whatever you say, honey.
I don't think so.
I think Armin only liked Annie because of his memories from Birdie, and I think now that he doesn't have the Colossal Titan, I think
that's an interesting element.
I think he's
that's
just like,
interesting.
He's not.
Maybe.
Annie's someone I care about, but I'm not like Birdie love over.
I just feel like I don't know.
That's true. I wonder if that changed.
I feel like that might be their problem. There might be Annie comparing her to Bertolt.
I can't help but feel like Armin's just gonna have this kind of tragic lifestyle. You know, it's gonna go ahead and come with
be the
highs,
one, like,
it's gonna come
taking
with lows,
care of.
but at the end of the day, like Armin is gonna be that very, how we hear him, solemn narrator.
Yeah.
Armin's gonna write books on what happened. Armin's gonna be the historian. He's gonna write all the books about, that's it. That's my headcanon for Armin.
He's how we know.
He's the one who's gonna write down all of the stories.
And it would make sense because he's literally the one like reading the stories.
He's narrating the Armin.
Exactly.
Kyron says he didn't answer on the Q&A. He answers on here. Kyron says he would want a spin-off where to find out if it's truly a time loop. He wants to see the other times Eren has failed.
Okay, what I'm thinking of like a movie or something where
you're thinking of
like Groundhog
Are you thinking
Day
about like
or
Marvel
something?
What If?
I think so.
That's the first thing that came to mind. Is like
I'm thinking of something where
Marvel
it's like
what ifs.
to
Like
see
what if this happened in the
all the
AOT
different
universe?
ways that Eren failed, and then he went back to go and correct those and stuff, and then
Yeah.
just to worry, because we know that he very methodically decided, I need to go ahead and let all of these pieces play out exactly how I need them to. But we know that he stumbled a lot along the way. So to see the decision making, to see what potential alternative, what could have happened, but he ultimately ends up getting his way. But still, it's so fascinating.
I've got a title for you.
Like, what were the other outcomes?
Attack on Titan, Trial and Error.
Trial and error. Yeah.
Trial and Eren.
Trial and
Trial and Eren.
There you go.
Hey, just
I like it.
Play on words.
Honestly,
they made a new Zelda game.
Kyron, that
and you play as Zelda. They could have said Zelda, the missing link, and they missed their shot. Fuck you, Nintendo. Fuck you, Nintendo.
But Kyron, that honestly, that spinoff really fascinates me. I think that's one that I would definitely want to go ahead and watch more than like anything that I've was just discussing.
And then we get to see everybody, the what ifs for AOT, and then what if
write that
Sasha
down. Write that down.
Yeah, write that down.
What if Hanji lived? What if Erwin lived? What if they
There's
saved
so many
Erwin
what
instead of Armin? I would love that episode.
Yeah, imagine
That'd
just
be
a
an
full-on
amazing
Attack on
episode.
Titan what if. Yeah,
not so much a spin-offs, but just getting like what
how would it ruin
alternate realities.
Yeah, alternate.
How would it ruin Eren's master plan? Imagine then we get an answer to how the hardening shifted, how it changed positions.
Yeah.
What timeline? What didn't work in the timeline where it was the original setting, where we had to change it to the shifted setting, where you can actually see the Titan kind of coming out of the wall in its hardening phase.
Real quick before we lose it, Eddie didn't answer in, so I'm gonna read this one as Eddie's answer. He says, "Imagine a spin-off of another place where Titans get sent, and other humans have different ways and technologies of combating Titans."
Exactly. Like if Marley had to go and deal with the Titans over there with their advanced technology.
If Marley had all the Titans and Parody was just like a safe little land.
Yeah. The only thing that's tricky about that is because we come to understand that like Titans are really only subjects of Ymir, which are only Eldians.
Yeah.
So then you'd have to go ahead and find, another area where
maybe it's
other than, the rumbling happening on 85%.
Well, what if, to go off, what if Kruger got the Beast Titan and in a similar fashion to Zeke, turned all the Eldians into Titans in Marley?
Well, the only way, so we'd have to find out that Kruger himself is of royal blood.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure. Oh, well, he could just the girl that's there, Dinah.
Yeah, Dinah.
You just have Dinah get
instead
the
of saving Grisha, he saves Dinah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saves Dinah. He goes, I have a plan for you.
That would have been cool, seeing how that could have played out.
Our prejudice race off the world, off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
He just has her turn all these aliens into Titans, and then when we're done, just we'll figure a way to turn them back.
He goes, it was only 80. 85 sounds harsh.
Yeah, because 80 sounds so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool, seeing all the what ifs. What if we save Dinah?
Real quick,
what else did we miss?
Jacob says, how about we see Eren and Flock end everything, and then in the end, Linkin Park plays.
Right. Okay,
right.
that's an idea.
Really cool. What Linkin Park song, though? Is it going to be like in the end, is it going to be Breaking the Habit? Is it going to be What I've Done? Or is that what it's called? What I've Done?
Yeah, What I've Done. Bat has a good idea for this might be our next Q&A.
Okay.
What AOT episode or scene would you want to see over and over again, Groundhog style?
Ooh, as in like have it sing.
Yeah, something
like, play out,
how it
like
could all
Edge
be
of
done
Tomorrow.
differently.
Oh, okay.
Like Edge of Tomorrow, where when the main character of that episode dies, it resets, and they keep trying.
Jacob
they
the
try
Rumbling.
they try to save Marco over and over and over and over again, and it's Eren combating them, finding new ways to kill Marco.
Oh yeah.
The first scene that popped into my head, I'm not gonna lie, is the moment that Eren makes first contact with the coordinate.
I'm thinking, and I'm surprised you didn't think of this. I'm thinking of Ymir's decision.
Yeah, I know, but that's just only
that's
gonna
true.
go
It's
ahead
not
and
so much
haunt me.
in the moment. It's more of just how it affects.
Yeah. So
But
like, I don't
The
know.
rumbling would be kind of cool too. I mean, a specific episode of it, but
Or maybe the
Like the
Groundhog
last
Day
episode?
could just be that mission to go ahead and rescue Eren.
yeah.
What I mean by like with, Commander Irvin
And Marley.
literally luring the freaking all the Titans. You have, Eren's friends all going after, the armored Titan, and Bertolt's in there, like thinking about like how that would play out in different fashions and stuff. I don't know.
I think I would love to see
Battle of Shiganshina with different pieces. Yeah.
Groundhog Day, the invasion of Marley.
Well, okay,
I think that would be a sick Groundhog Day, trying to get Eren back from Marley. And since Eren knows everything, Eren's like, fuck, now I gotta do this because they're doing that. There's just one person who knows what Eren's up to.
The Battle of Shiganshina is really interesting, Bobby. I like that too, because the thing is, like, you think about how many potential people could have still survived based on events playing out differently, and even thinking about the decision with Armin and with Irvin. So, yeah. Anyways, it's just different. But Eddie says actually the guy who invented the ODM gear was the first human on parody to kill a Titan, but unfortunately went blind because the gas exploded all over his face due to malfunction after slashing the Titan's nape. And the commander of the scouts at the time went ahead and took credit for it, just as Mikasa beheaded Eren, and Armin went ahead and took credit for it as being the current commander of the scouts. Interesting. Wow, I did not know that.
Eddie coming in with some Josh level intel.
That's so crazy. And that's another unfortunate occurrence in history of an inventor dying off because of their invention,
but leaving on their legacy to change the world.
Exactly.
Dang, Eddie, they started blessing us with that wisdom.
Yeah, Kyron says the episode where Sasha gets shot, but Eren keeps going back in time to save her. But no matter what different choices he makes, in the end, he realizes he can't save her, and it's canon for her to die right there.
Oh, it's kind of like it's kind of like Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Spider-Verse plot, but he's saving Sasha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every world where Sasha lives, Eren fails in his.
Well,
goal.
they even
all
say
the
that
different
in the What Ifs 2 series with Marvel is that there are certain constants where it's certain characters
change
always
canon
die. Like
events.
even when they go back to I think of Doctor Strange when he tries to save
his tries to save his marriage.
yeah, exactly.
Tries to save his love life.
Canon events.
And it never changes.
Torture.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
I like that a lot. And
Great fucking answers today, you guys.
Yeah,
all right,
very
we
good.
got more responses too.
Yeah, we have one more.
Okay.
From Heise.
Okay.
Heise's probably been waiting. He's like, come on, guys.
Yeah. What did Jacob say?
I
Read
know this
mine.
one. It's
Jacob
Eren
said-
and Flock destroy the world, and Linkin Park plays in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was actually. No. He says, which is interesting. I thought it was going to be like, oh, I want to see a spin-off on Flock. It's not actually. It's Eren if he lived.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That's
we
a
talked
good
about
one.
this last week.
Yeah,
and
this is good.
I liked it too because I know we talked about the idea that Eren himself didn't have to go ahead and kill himself. He didn't have to. I guess he didn't have to die at the end. Like he could have
you know, had a nice life with Mikasa over and kind of, you know, as they find some sort of area, territory, whatever it is, to go ahead and just live and hide from the world. But damn.
I would have loved to see how the future played out from there.
Yeah.
They abandoned their mission. What happens to Armin? Where does Armin go in all this?
Yeah, the thing though is that, like I said, I feel like Armin is destined to go ahead and kind of just have like these kind of tragic events and stuff, you know, and he just lives out to go ahead and talk about them.
Yeah, I don't think he'd end it anyways. I think if he chose to stay with Mikasa, he'd stay with Mikasa. The world would end on its own.
Interesting. So
True.
if Ymir was actually the AOT Miguel and tries to stop Eren from messing up timelines, yeah.
Oh yeah, AOT's Miguel.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Kyra's talking about the founder Ymir, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to die so I can understand.
It's a canon
peace.
event. You can't save her or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like in terms of canon event, can't save her. That's definitely Eren's mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's the one where it's like no
100%.
matter what you do, you can't save her. She's always going to be that kind of like that moment that changes, you know, a lot of stuff. Damn, it's so crazy because, you know, there's so many different stories you can go ahead and dive into, and we didn't even talk about Levi at all. You know, you go ahead and talk about Levi. Microphone, Lex.
He's been through too
Sorry.
much, bro. He's
I was
been through too much.
putting my earring back in.
You can go ahead and talk about, you know, just like I said, Levi, even, you know, just the story of even Kenny the Ripper, you know, that whole, come to understand more of that whole like underground freaking like that city that's, you know, all the refugees are at and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that would be really cool. There's so many that we can really go into.
You can have infinite AOT content if you see Alma want.
Do you know what your answer is for the Q&A?
I agreed with Bobby. I was so fascinated with before and after, you know, and then I guess I would say a second would be about the, you know, who the hell the child is, to be able to learn more about it and come to
see more
understand and see that this child ultimately is an offspring of Eren Yeager. That would be really cool.
Okay.
But I feel like that one can also kind of like, I don't know, I feel like you would kind of not get bored of it, but it wouldn't be exciting thinking about that premise like as a season.
Yeah,
or whatever,
I would want
you know?
that to be inside, like that information to be revealed inside something else.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. I don't want that to be the sole topic.
Yeah. Same.
Exactly. But
It's Eren. The end. I know.
I really loved Kyron's idea about
Like the what ifs.
just the whole scenario and thinking about all the work, and we'd come to really understand all the work that Eren put in
I would love
to having everything play out to how he needed it to, you know,
how he kind of toyed with the world. And
can you imagine getting more scenes just like that one where it's him and Grisha and Eren is being so manipulative? Can you imagine getting more of those just tense moments over in other past events just to see that's why it played out? That's how it played out? No way. Eren really had that control over there.
Eren
like,
really truly.
think about what Eren is saying to that smiling Titan. We all know. Obviously, we know that the Titan walks by Birdie.
I thought I was like, I would want to see how many times he tries to save Carla.
I just picture the pain that Eren has when he's telling this Titan like, no, you need to keep moving. Go find her or whatever and stuff like that. Knowing that he's talking about his mom, you know?
Like I want to see him because I feel like Eren when he first starts messing with the world, he's probably like, okay, I'll leave mom alive, obviously, and he sees it doesn't work. I want to see him like see it's not working out, and then I want to see him come to the realization where he's like, what if I do this? What if I get rid of my mom? Like, there's no way it can be my mom. And that's the one thing that like helps him really lose his humanity is not having his mother there.
That, like Kyron is saying, the only reason that everything happens for Eren's way is that his mom needs to die. Literally.
I want to see him come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Eren kills his mom
and realize that she's what needs to be sacrificed for the long haul.
Eren kills his mom because that's the only way to put a fire under young Eren. Also, what if he tried other ways in the past time loops, but nothing made Kid Eren go crazy, so last resort was killing his own mom. Pretty much exactly what you just said.
Yeah, literally. And
me and Kyron are on the same fucking wavelength. Thank you, son.
I thought that was cool that literally you're explaining that as the chat was right there.
But no, like I think it would be awesome to see him because obviously if you get that power, you're not like, I'm gonna kill my mom. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, of course he's gonna want to save her. And like I want to see him like try and try.
What if one try his mom just made him specifically really, really mad, and he was like, "I'll just."
The closest he gets is making his mom pissed off at him.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to kill her, but I want her to hate me. Oh, I would love to see that. He's like, I can't kill my mom, but I need her to hate me. And that's just
see
that's not enough for him.
how it would affect the story, knowing that it wouldn't go however it needs to go. You know, like
You'd have another character there for
Bobby.
the whole story.
the gang enters the cellar and finds the One Piece timeline.
Yeah, that's the spinoff.
Hey, that's world peace right there. Eren would be like, you know what? I'm gonna create this story, and everyone's gonna love it so much, and there's gonna be so invested in it that the world's just gonna come together.
That's so funny.
In one piece.
There you go. That's what that's what the freaking the treasure was over in the cellar, was just the One Piece.
It's just the One Piece. They're like, what the heck
Completely
is this?
out Oda. You see, I was like, fuck you, Oda. I'm gonna out your shit to the
No.
world.
This is the One Piece. What if they found the One Piece and a map in the One Piece universe?
One Piece is Chopper's pink hat. Sorry guys, one brain cell tonight.
Yeah,
no worries.
for real.
What if we just substitute Titans for just Pokemon?
Bro, I would be the greatest Titan
So
master.
instead
all time.
of there being Titans roaming around this island, it's just different variations of Pokemon.
So what happens with Titan users aren't a thing then? Are those
No,
Titan
they're
users
just-
are no, it's like Pokemon Rangers. Have you guys ever played or heard of Pokemon Rangers?
I was gonna say that they'd be like the superior Titan trainers.
yeah, like the
Titan trainers. They'd be
gym
the
owner.
superior Pokemon.
They're like the elite four.
A 20-foot Machamp.
Oh god.
God, dude, Gigantamaxing Pokemon. No, I feel like
Yeah, let's put that twist. What if they are like Titan
the
variations
Titan
of Pokemon?
wielders are like.
I don't.
The Titan
bat
wielders
I
are
don't.
like
I think
the
that's
champions, are like
flexing
the
that
gym leaders
stack.
of the world, and that specific Titan, like the Attack Titan, the Armor Titan, like all of that is their like ace Pokemon.
Ooh, Eddie, this is cool.
Oh.
I can't fathom what would have been if Marlo became Flock, from being a likable character to becoming the ultimate Aegirist. Do you think that would happen if Marlo was the one who survived other than Flock? Do you think he'd be
I think Hitch would
the
need to die
Aegirist?
for that to happen. I think Hitch would 100%
Oh,
need to die
yeah,
for that to
she
happen.
would have to
and
die.
that shows in this episode too.
No,
That's a
for
great point.
sure.
Yeah.
I play Pokemon Go. Here, I'll give you my friend code. I need to send more gifts.
That's cool. That's cool.
So you agree with Bobby,
Yeah, I was on the same
same wavelength.
thinking as
Same brain
as
cell.
Bobby. We're both sharing the same brain cell right now.
Right.
You can go first.
And you can share the code. Or
I'm just gonna put it in chat. I'm just gonna put it in chat.
Jacob's like, he's likable, guys. He's likable. Karen says, I actually played a long time ago, but I've been thinking about playing again. There you go.
I haven't played in a good amount of years.
I got back into it recently, so I've been hauling ass on Pokemon Go.
This guy's over in Hawaii, just like
I know.
I was. I was catching so many water Pokemon in Hawaii. Cause like, and now in Pokemon Go, there's like a butterfly Pokemon from a later generation. And it has different patterns. Like that's its whole thing. So now, cause you can send gifts from across like the world to people. Like every time you spin a stop, you get a gift. And if you get 3 gifts from every different region, you get a little bug version of that butterfly that turns into it, and they have different patterns. So I'm collecting all the patterns right
Oh, really?
now. I'm trying my fucking best, bro.
Is Pokemon Go still going strong?
Yo, honestly, Pokemon Go has had a lot of revamps and updates
Gen
that
6,
makes me like
buddy.
super interested in it. I know it's Gen 6. I know it's X and Y. They don't know what a Pavilion is. Okay.
Can you imagine how terrifying that'd be if large Titan versions of Pokemon were evolving? Next thing you know, you just see this big old so you know how the Titan big
Hey,
old
wow,
freaking
some really cool guy just sent his trader code in chat. You guys should go add him on
That
Pokemon
looks
Go.
so ominous, not knowing what that is.
I swear it's not my credit card information.
What is that number?
Heads
It's
up,
my trainer
that
code.
said.
It's my trainer code. Please add me on Pokemon Go. I can't wait to get all the
Bad Bad says that
notifications.
Pokemon Go has its ups and downs.
It does. No, I mean, Pokemon Go, I feel like right now, since I hop back in it, has been really entertaining for me.
I ate that yesterday.
But, okay, I sent my code in now.
All right, so who wants to start with their little spinoff?
You or me, pick a poison.
Well, you have 3. I only have 1, so maybe I'll go.
Well,
first.
one of mine was said. One of mine was basically just the what ifs, and I'd want Eren's child to be like released in one of them. So I got 2 technically.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Mine is I want to see that alternate universe that Eren made for him and Mikasa and him and Armin. I want to see more of that.
Okay, that's really cool.
I want to see
like
more.
that a lot.
I want to see more of that alternate universe and see exactly what he told her, see exactly how that went down and everything. And I just would like to see more of that peaceful wow, they actually do care about each other.
Yeah, definitely.
When we haven't seen that in adult them at all. You know, Eren with his haircut. Zips.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that one's my vote. I think that would be really cool. And it'd be kind of funny seeing, trying to get used to that version of Eren.
That version,
with his haircut,
exactly. That version of Eren
with
that
his
really
like
cares.
low taper fade. I'm like, who is cutting your hair
What
out
if
in the middle of
Ninja got a
nowhere?
low taper fade?
Yeah.
Like out
Imagine
in the
if
middle of nowhere.
Ninja got a low
Is
taper
Mikasa cutting your hair with
fade.
her awesome knife skills? What's going on?
Well, it definitely has to be Mikasa.
But yeah, that's what I would like to see.
I'm on
A
live.
little slice of life with Eren and Mikasa, and also seeing. I mean, we saw kind of how he explained it to Armin, but that would have been fun. That's what I would like to see.
I'm online. Please add me. I'll send you gifts.
All right, so Zach, what are your two other than?
You said you were gonna rank them too, right?
So ranking. So number 3 would be like the what ifs and like knowing if Eren is the father and stuff like that. Number 2, what I kind of want to see, but not as much as the other thing, is I want to see just a whole fucking side series on Ymir and her, like from her POV of how everything went on, like why she's in love with King Fritz and why she's doing all this, and like kind of gory, but I kind of want to see her POV as she's getting eaten by her kids.
Yeah, and also
Like,
too, just thinking
that would
about,
just be gut wrenching.
we know that obviously she has like been in prison over in this path and stuff, and then so Ymir is essentially the gatekeeper to the creation of the Titans, and you know, just see like really everything that went into that whole process, because we don't know. All we do is we know there's Titans. All right, cool. We see the paths, awesome. We see, you know, her kind of like passion up, you know, making these Titans, you know, creating them. But like, I don't know, like it's that is kind of interesting.
I just want to see everything. Like, I want it to start off with like, I just want it to be her whole life. Like starting off with her birth, what she went through, how everything happened.
And what if we find out that that's another parallel with the other character Ymir? Is that literally this Ymir is literally this homeless child who is, you know, struggling, and then ends up
like
stumbling
orphan.
upon this, you know, this power, stumbling upon this, you know, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see her whole life story. I want it to end with her like coming to her. I want it, that my ideal ending for a spinoff with Ymir would be her seeing Eren die and her thoughts and how that resolution played out in her head from her perspective.
Yeah.
Now, the one that I really want to see is I want a whole fucking story on that motherfucker from the last episode.
This is your number one.
This is my number one. I want
guy.
I want Attack on Titan Next Generation.
That kid and his dog.
Yeah. I don't care if it's one movie. I don't care if it's like 1 hour long special episode. I don't care if it's a movie. I don't care if it's a series. I just want to know, what is the point of that besides just saying it repeats? Like, I understand that everything repeats, and that's just like probably the moral of the story. But like, I want more. I want to know what happens when they walk in that tree. Do they talk to Eren and leave? Do Titans come back? How are they a Titan user? How is the dog a Titan user?
They're like cyborg Titans.
like I want everything.
Everything's the same, but it's just more futuristic. It's like the Titans now have ODM gear.
I know.
I don't think
have armor.
they're conscious. I don't think
they're conscious. I think they're in like almost like a, you know,
He
how in
did it 'cause
space,
Eren told
you know
him
how
to
like
do
in
it.
space you see them go into like those like cryo type sleeps or whatever.
Well, we kind of get an answer with Ymir anyways.
Yeah, it seems like she was just like stuck
Yeah, she said that she just felt,
in a nightmare.
yeah, like stuck in a nightmare.
Yeah.
So
They are conscious.
it's more like you're stuck in this
Conscious?
freaking dream.
It's more like you're
But
watching
it's
yourself
kind of like
do
you're-
shit.
It's kind of like, I think it's kind of like sleep paralysis, where you're kind of just like stuck. And then sometimes it's bits of nothingness. Sometimes
I feel like it's
you
sleep
know?
paralysis, but you're sleepwalking and you're coming in and out.
Yeah.
And that sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
That
but
torture. So I don't
those are
think she
mine.
knows that she ate Eren's mom, but Eren told her to. So, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to see that interaction. If for whatever reason, just devil's advocate, if there is consciousness in there, if Eren's talking to Dinah being like, she took your husband
Like, keep
from
walking.
you.
You're going to eat her.
She took the love of your life from you. And he's like trying to egg her on. And he's like, fuck that little kid. He doesn't matter. Go kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
he'll
what?
come up later.
Yeah,
Literally.
we'll deal with that motherfucker later. My best friend's gonna eat him.
Seriously.
Yeah, those are my answers.
cool.
Also, Bat, sick B drill, bro. Oh, Bat, when I send you these gifts, bro, pin these gifts. Please pin them. So that way you can get your Pavilion.
There you go. Awesome.
I'm gonna send you a Hawaii gift right now.
I want to give a hand to all of my friends.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for answering, and for people in chat answering with us too.
Exactly. This was really cool. I love spiraling with you guys. I love coming up with awesome little creative.
Spiraling early on is great. Oh, you sent me a gift. Thank you.
Coming up with just creative ideas, and stuff like that. Like we, just think about it, guys. Like literally in this podcast, we came up with so many cool spin-offs. Like just think about that.
Isayama, take some notes.
I know. Fucking hire us, bro. You want some inspiration? We'll give you some inspiration.
Isayama was like so afraid to touch anything because they didn't want to mess. They didn't want to fuck with the timelines.
We'll just say they're all non-canon. Piss everybody off.
But that's why we do a what if.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all what ifs.
Also with the what if, there is like a voice of reason. There's like a host, right? Obviously, let's say for the sake of it, take away Armin. Can't be Armin because Armin is our narrator.
Eren.
You want it to be Eren?
Yeah,
I think it's so fascinating.
It's Eren going through all of it.
I think it's so fascinating if it was Zeke.
I can see it. These are the stories of the failures that my little brother created.
Like I think it would be so fascinating if literally we hear Zeke, and this is like Zeke while he's like in the past, almost like in prison or whatever and stuff, and he's telling us about
as he's chained up and he's seeing all this shit.
Yeah,
go through the paths
because we know he's stuck in the past for who knows how long until Eren finally joins back, and he's just like, well, you're here.
That's like true. He's just taking in all the imagine just because of his relation to Eren, he's just soaking in all the information.
Yeah.
And he's like also gaining memories of like the failed worlds that Eren has destroyed.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. I don't know why I thought hearing Zeke's voice would be really, really cool.
He would literally never run out of ideas, bro. Fuck it. It doesn't even need to be Eren. Just fuck it. It doesn't. We'll just same story, different characters. We got you, bro.
Honestly, I mean,
here's your next manga inspiration.
If we know that everything is a loop, all it just really comes down to is just coming up with just different variations of these timelines.
Technically, it's all canon because Eren fucked all of it up.
There you go. All right. Very cool. And thank you all again so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Fucking great answers.
All right. And also, Bad, thank you so much for a potential Q&A. For next week.
I noted it down.
Awesome.
Fucking hour 40 minutes in. This is great.
Still
this is
sticking
fire.
with us. If you're still here, thank you. While we ramble, we haven't even started the episode yet, and I'm sure you guys are sticking around because we are going over the season finale of season 3. We're almost on season 4.
There.
Almost.
Yep. That's right. This is episode 22 is the final episode, right? So right now we are literally like.
On the cusp.
Next week it's gonna be the
we're hitting the end game, baby.
Season 3.
We're hitting the end game. Who would have fucking
thought? Means that we are gonna be starting season 4.
Yeah,
that is crazy. It was the One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
Literally.
So it goes first part of season 4, then the hour-long special, then the second. Oh no.
There's all of season 4 we have to talk about.
Yeah, but when I can't remember the page.
It's season 4.
Yeah.
Isn't it 2 movies back to back? At the end?
Yeah, so literally at the end there are 2 movies and then we get the finale.
And then finale.
Those movies for
okay,
months.
got it. Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, how many? Okay, got it.
I feel like each movie they're like what, hour and a half? Probably like 2 months.
We're going to have to really go ahead and zero in and focus on the details and stuff because it's going to be difficult for us to really go ahead and break down like we do here. We're going to have to go ahead and essentially break it down in bullet points. And then we'll have to go ahead and get just I don't know. Bobby says also, were you guys going to finish season 4 before the OVAs? I know the dubs dropped before season 4. Just curious. Maybe we can go ahead and bring that to.
I think we wanted to do OVAs after season 4.
Well, hold on. So I'm very unfamiliar with the OVAs. I want to ask you guys here, since we have a lot of you guys in chat, do you think the OVAs, it's better for us to cover them before season 4? Because if we go ahead and cover the OVAs and somehow they correlate with seasons 1 through 3, do we do that?
Yeah, is there like a timeline in which we should watch the OVAs? Because we don't really know.
I think we could all do our homework. We should watch the OVAs.
Eddie says before season 4.
Before season 4? Okay. I know all OVAs were aired.
So that's the timeline. They're all kind
after
of after
season 1 aired. So I want to know, do you guys think that we should go ahead and cover the OVAs before season 4?
I think we could sit down. I think if there are some that involve like
we can always
season 4.
That's a poll question as well too.
Because there's like a Levi one, and then there's AOT, high school AOT, or whatever it was. That one's funny. I watched a couple of episodes, and it's very baby.
Very baby.
Yeah. I haven't seen them myself, TBH, but watch them in order. I need to find out how they play out, actually. Yeah.
I was going to say, we can kind of watch them and see how they all play out and see what correlates to what. Yep. And if there are some that correlate to season 4, we can kind of drop them in to like where they correlate in season 4, and then we could just do all the ones, seasons 1 through 3. Or like anything prequel and then 1, 2,
it's only referencing season 1 content.
Okay.
And it's about 5 OVAs.
Interesting.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, guys. So I want you guys to go ahead and Lexi, if you can also put this in notes too. I think that's gonna be our poll question that we're gonna ask you guys this week, is whether or not, since we're coming down to a very, very soon close of season 3, I want to know from you guys, if we're gonna be able to, or if we should, I should say, if we should focus on the OVAs before season 4. We'll go ahead and we'll bring that to a vote to you guys probably this weekend. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I know we talked about the OVAs before. It's something that we are not familiar with, and
I think I've only seen one of them.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be cool to go ahead and talk about
ours.
Yeah,
I've seen. Yeah,
I haven't watched them actually. I haven't watched ours, but I was here.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I was here for all of them.
I remember them. I remember most of them.
But
I was sitting right here for most of them.
Exactly. Actually, yeah. But yeah. But that's a great point though, Bobby. I appreciate the reminder because we've talked about it before, and sometimes though it is nice to go ahead and kind of break away from, the story a little bit, and then we eventually jump right back into the story,
Mm-hmm.
But also too, it's about kind of maintaining a pace as well. So I guess we do have to do our research and stuff to see.
I feel like 5 OVA coverages back to back to back to back to back might be a little much depending on how they play out. I mean, if they're all chronologically in sync, then that's one thing, but if it's like 5 scattered OVAs, we can do like a week of season 4, a week of OVA. So we just we'll
we can always go ahead and sprinkle in,
come back to it,
big sprinkle in some OVAs in there while we also talk about season 4.
Whatever feels natural, Thank you, Bobby.
Exactly.
All right, Zach, recap.
Zach's like, I wasn't even here.
I was sitting on a beach with a $13 bag of pineapples.
I was swimming with a turtle.
Right. I was sitting in the middle seat of a plane, and this dude kept hitting me with his elbow, so I told him to please politely put his elbow back, and I gave him...
please move your elbow, sir?
I actually gave him a little chocolate. Being, if I give you this chocolate, will you stop elbowing me? And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Then he took the chocolate politely and curled into the window seat.
Ooh, birthday boy's got a very good idea. What's the idea, Kyron?
I like cool ideas.
Yeah. While you give us the idea, I'll go ahead and I'll recap very quickly. All we need to realize is that, Kyron, you have our attention. Kyron's like, oh, here, I have a cool idea. Can you guys sing happy birthday to me again?
I know.
Can you guys sing happy birthday every episode?
For the very last episode of Attack.
I like how he's talking in like spurts, so it's like leaving us on the edge of our seat.
Okay, Kyron knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
He knows how to keep a crowd entertained, keep us hooked.
For the very last episode of Attack the Talk.
Tune in next time to find out. To be continued.
I know.
Hell of a cliffhanger.
Love it. And we're talking about the last episode of Attack the Talk.
Yeah, that's not for maybe another year.
You're gonna have to remind us.
Jacob's like, no, Attack the Talk is never ending.
I know.
Attack the One Piece, bro.
There we go.
Yeah, we're gonna be about Marvel. And
Attack My Hero Academia.
Play the very first theme for the last episode, the elevator music.
Oh.
Yeah, the little, like the lo-fi.
I'm so down.
Yes.
I'm so down.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah, the lo-fi. That would be funny.
I know, that would be really funny.
Bring it all full circle.
Yep.
Like AOT.
Yep. That would be really funny.
It's a loop. It's a loop.
I know. I remember the lo-fi too. That's when early into the podcasters
I was like, I think the lo-fi would be good. Let's just do that.
That was obviously just purely audio, and that was obviously before NatePlaysBad, and
yeah, that was before
the last episode. We'll start off with no cameras. We'll start off with just
a phone,
just a phone, and then like. As we go through the episode, we'll add the little things we added over time.
There will be a glitch, and the next thing you know, you'll be able to see us in all these different sequences and stuff. It'll take you guys down memory lane of all. It'll be like a sequence of like a clip, like a second from every single episode that we've done.
Nate, write this down. Nate, write this down and get started now, so you don't have to do this a year from now. Just start compiling tiny clips.
We should play the lo-fi while we do the episode.
I know, but I'd have to go ahead and really dig
Nate,
to go ahead and
you
find
should
it.
take the songs that are in. Take one song that's in like every episode that we do,
Nate, get on that.
and let the song play all the way through, but it's different clips of us talking.
That would be really cool.
Can you
That
imagine
seems
just
like
seeing
a
the
lot of
different
effort, but it'd be really
variations
cool.
of like our looks and how like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Watching this luscious lock
The
sprout,
different
disappear, and come back
lighting.
again.
Like, that'd be
Watching your
crazy.
beard appear in and out.
It'll be just like beard, clean, stash, whatever.
Yeah. Clean.
Find it, AJ. I believe
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I'd have to go ahead and
It's
really
like those
find
edits where it's like, do you ever find it crazy just how fast the time changes? And it's like goes from something old to the new.
a long day.
I'll tell you what though.
But that is a cool idea, Kyron.
The
That's funny.
final episode of Attack the Talk is definitely going to be an emotional one, for sure.
We'll plan something special.
Until
for
we
you
just
guys.
turn into
And
a
then-
gaming channel. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I know. Imagine now
And
we're
then
gonna
we
start
won't
gaming.
even do AOT episodes anymore. We'll just sit here and do this.
Yep. It'd be like those. I
We'll just
took a
react
picture
to our
every
own
5 years.
videos.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna do
Montages.
Attack the Talk, and we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about
guys,
Attack the
get
Talk
out there and
every
start.
week.
You have about a year to work on your montages. We'll react to them when we're done.
We'll
with
talk
our-
about every Attack the Talk
AOT.
episode one by one, and we'll recap every Attack the Talk episode.
Yeah, we'll react to all of our episodes.
Did you sing the song? I can't remember what song you sang. I remember Zach was saying, it's been a long time.
That was
That
me.
was-
No, but what song did
Oh.
you sing?
Do you ever find it crazy?
Oh, 'cause I was doing the,
time changes.
I was doing the, where'd all the time go?
Oh, you're doing
Starting to fly.
Yeah.
like Dr. Dog or
It
something.
starts
Yeah.
from the
Is it Dr. Dog?
It's Dr. Dog, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's for sure was gonna be an emotional one.
Yeah, it'd be like those. I took
Definitely.
a picture for every day for 5 years.
Yeah.
Montages. Yeah.
Imagine it's like it'll take us literally like 5 years just to go ahead and finish like Attack the Talk.
I know.
I want to be like,
I mean, I don't-
All right,
I
guys,
bet
the
it
final
would.
episode. I'm gonna have like a freaking child on my lap.
I know.
AJ's gonna be daddy.
Age is gonna be a kid.
Just wait
We're
till we
gonna
turn it
have
into
some
a
rings
Dungeons and Dragons Attack on Titan podcast.
There you go.
We're all gonna have some rings on our fingers. We're gonna be different. Well, actually, no. We'll probably be in the same place. Honestly.
Yeah. Or worse. Can you imagine? Next thing you know, it's just like
Zach's bald.
No, way worse
Oh.
than that. I was gonna say it's gonna be like a montage, whatever. It's
Okay,
gonna be like
signing out.
It's gonna
Good
be.
night.
It's gonna be just like a clip, a second from every single one of our episodes, and then all of a sudden, the end of it's gonna be like showing you guys, and it's gonna be like a rip, like AJ or something like that, or whatever.
I was thinking about that. I was like, what if it
Long
does
live
it, but then the
AJ.
episodes that Zach isn't here, it's like why empty, there, empty, there, empty,
Blinking in and out.
and it's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like because
glitching out.
his camera gets replaced by like either the manga wall or that. It's like when I love that part.
I'm
where
transforming.
Zach turned into manga.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that'd be really cool.
I haven't heard that one before.
Exact.
Wow.
That'd be crazy to
Exactly.
definitely take a trip down memory lane for sure. Can I say it's
crazy.
crazy, but that music really just like strikes a heartstring for some reason. It's so
Oh,
nostalgic.
yeah.
The very first Attack to Talk podcast episode, man.
Well, especially because you're the one that listened to it. We didn't really listen to our own episodes like that.
Yeah, we just record it and post it.
But because you actually listen to it, yeah, I totally get it. That
Literally.
music really is, and it's that type of music too, that relaxing lo-fi that makes you the most nostalgic. Like I fall asleep listening to the Minecraft soundtrack. So
Dude, Moog.
yeah,
That's my favorite fucking one. I was literally, we were
Moog
hike.
City 2.
We went on a hike
One.
and I literally started playing Moog on my speaker because I had it attached to my backpack like a fucking those guys in high school who always have their fucking
Yeah,
speakers.
always have their speaker
Didn't
in
give a
their backpack.
fuck. I was playing Minecraft music while walking through nature and I had like 2 people stop me and be like, "Excuse me, are you listening to Minecraft?" And I was like, "Is it not the perfect time to?" Both times they were just like, "Good point." Some along the lines of
point.
like acceptance.
I do want to try something real quick though. I have something queued up.
Okay.
I want to see if I found a good one.
How the hell does he just...
Okay. I want to try something.
There it is.
Ooh, shit.
It's like jazzy.
My core memory just got smacked into the front line.
Also, you hear Zach later because I started at the point where.
Yeah.
Why did you sound so much
You
younger?
sound so much younger.
Because I didn't die yet.
Discuss the breakdown.
Whoa, hold on.
I hadn't
Zach sounds
died
so much
yet.
younger.
Attack on Titan anime.
Oh yeah, this is before he lost his voice.
This is before I died.
The struggle for trust. Heart.
Look at how so like proper I am.
I know.
I'm so just like.
Oh, you were nervous.
Oh, how we've gone. We have Lexi just chilling in the chair.
This
Just like,
is
we're so
season 1.
nervous.
This is episode 5.
Hi, I'm Zach.
We'll be discussing spoilers. You have been warned.
Oh my god.
So this episode begins with Eren versus.
This is
and
no
you
chat.
hate listening to yourself.
This
too.
is no chat.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Find Zach.
Hi,
I'm
I'm Zach. I'll give you guys some reference. I'll repeat myself so you know my voice has changed. My balls dropped.
All right, let's go.
By that I mean I fucking just hit the ground and died.
Final blow. The steam and smoke.
Carrie, it's crazy. Turn it off. Hold on.
But also, that had to be like. I realize what you said.
This is pre-concussions? Okay.
Split second.
I still had concussions here.
Like travel with such high speeds. Like he literally latched. Like
The lo-fi in the background.
I sound the exact same. I talk the same.
I know.
It's like in segments.
So Lexi hasn't evolved.
I haven't changed at all.
Now,
I just got a little more relaxed.
Now.
like
I have one question, because we know what goes on in future episodes.
I have
Who is that?
one question.
How does he just get rid of it?
I know.
How the hell does he just get rid of it?
That is.
Just a sudden disappearance and like.
Is that you?
Yes, it is.
You sound so much younger.
Yeah, because
What the
hey,
hell?
So much more
no
whimsy.
matter what happens, I'm glad that I
Kyrie
died.
says
back
Yeah,
That's
then.
that's
not
not
Zach.
Zach.
Yeah, fuck you. Don't even know your
I
own
know,
dad's
bro.
voice
Honestly,
before puberty.
Bobby, I'm right there with you. That's why we started the podcast. I literally was looking for podcasts, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll go ahead and we'll do one. I mean, we're talking AOT
Dude,
nonstop.
we fucking weekly just talk about
So
AOT.
bad. So
This is before YouTube,
season
isn't it?
Season 1 is on Spotify.
Yeah.
Exclusively
We weren't on
Spotify.
YouTube
We
yet.
had
It's
all
all
audio.
video yet.
We had
It's all
no
audio.
camera.
Yeah, no camera, and then yeah. So
This is
literally-
back when maybe we had a full episode in one talk.
This is like
Maybe split it in half.
soundboard too, huh?
Yeah. All
Oh,
it
this
was
is like
was
this is
just
like off your phone.
yeah.
Yeah, this was pre mics and everything
And then
too.
eventually,
And then eventually
we
when-
got some mic.
That's why
we
you
did
hear us kind of like
microphones,
off in the
but they
distance because when we
weren't
lean
connected
back,
to literally just the MacBook that I have right now. It was just microphones, and then the MacBook ended up like blowing out whatever or messing up microphones. We had to go ahead and invest and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. I think just thinking about down the line, like really how we just decided to go ahead and kind of step up our game and stuff, you know?
Also, I remember Zach blowing my ears out in the car over the other voices. Yeah, Zach was just loud, getting near his mic because I have a bad habit of getting away from mine.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was like right up
Getting
in
a
the, I
chat
was like
was a
I was like
mistake.
Yeah,
this
used to
close.
listen when he worked at Party City. Yeah, getting a chat was a mistake. Yeah, now we have to split our episodes in like four.
Dude, the moment we got a chat,
quarters.
we were like episode times went from like an hour 15 to like 2+.
Yeah, now we're like
So
2
most
hours.
of the time
30.
3.
This episode
Yeah, we're already
is
2 hours in. We
We're
haven't gone through
literally
the
an
episode
hour
yet.
56 in.
It's an hour 12 minutes. This episode is right.
Oh my
But
god!
Also, do you guys
and
remember?
We probably went through a full half of episode.
Do you
too.
remember when the software we're using only recorded hour at a time?
Yes.
So we had to go ahead and
stop,
pause.
take a break, come back.
We had to pause and we had to go ahead and we had to be mindful of our time because
Yeah.
Fuck, we should have been putting ads in that shit the whole
so
fucking
we
time.
did. It was pretty much just like we did ads. We did our
Yeah.
own thing.
Gotta
You
get
know?
sponsored. Where the fuck are the sponsors? Hey guys, tell Dr. Pepper to sponsor us. We are the number
Yeah.
2 drink in the nation. Fuck Pepsi. Clip it. Fuck Pepsi. We are number 2 in the nation.
Damn
Soon to
right.
be number 1. Fuck Coca-Cola.
I want to see how this episode ends.
Then we're hit with that
When did okay?
4 times.
Yeah, but like
4
This is
times.
funny too because we didn't have the script split up in breaks for us to talk. We just had to read. Be like,
So the main character.
I know. We
I
have to
wanna
raise
say
our hands
something.
and we just spiral
I
off
took a
of-
note and I want to say something.
Yeah.
Those are like the only other things I can think of.
I remember being at home.
Crazy.
And he's a slime.
That's where I draw the line. # Coke ambassador.
Kyron,
Reviewer.
don't even start with me, kid.
Remember,
Dr. Pepper's a man's
Do we
drink.
just abruptly end it? I think we do, huh?
remember new episodes are out every Thursday. And also don't forget to follow us at Attack Talk Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And thank you all so much for the support.
The sound quality is so
Goodbye.
bad.
I know.
All of my AOT brothers and sisters.
No
out there,
puff protector.
Stay safe. Adios.
Adios.
Yeah, it was a more abrupt. You didn't spend an hour thanking everyone
And
because
then
there
just
wasn't
with
anyone to
this.
thank yet.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad I died that night. I like my voice better this way.
I know.
That was way
I was like,
too
that's not
hyped.
Zach. Is that Zach?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The things that
Man, the
caffeine
memories. I
and
was
those-
there.
I was there literally.
You were.
So I said to start.
I was there. Yeah.
I was one of those
You guys have been with me since my voice was like a wee lad.
And I still sound the exact same.
Very cool. All right.
Mine was definitely not through puberty. Mine was through fucking dying. But I'll
All
take
right.
it. I'll take it. Worthy sacrifice.
Beautiful. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and begin this episode.
Fuck.
You know,
2 hours in, baby. Let's go.
we're gonna go ahead and talk about this season 3, episode 22. This is the other side of the sea. This is part 2 of our episode breakdown discussion. The recap you guys need to understand is that Eren is beginning to spiral. That's it. The scouts have returned. There's only 9 scouts. Hanji is the new commander, and Queen Astoria is going to be essentially preparing a ceremony in honor of our heroes who reclaimed Walmaria.
Yeah.
Who reclaimed, Shiganshina, and there was a lot of lives lost, 199 scouts, and they did a state meeting to go ahead and discuss. You dropped your little pop filter thing.
Oh,
You dropped your phone.
no, I did not.
I know you
That
did.
I didn't.
I agree, Kyron. We need to figure out who the hell that child is. That father. Yeah,
His
definitely.
father is, yeah. And who the child is.
Murray comes out. You are the father.
But yeah, so the state meeting was just to go ahead and catch everybody up with the events that took place, that everything the scouts endured, what they found out was in the cellar, and there was debate on whether or not to go ahead and tell the public, tell the citizens, because are we going to go and create a chaos? Are we going to create a neutral kind of like understanding now that with this new reigning overseer, which is Queen Astoria, is going to go ahead and communicate, is going to go ahead and keep everything, available, whereas before in the past, there was a lot that was unavailable to the citizens because they can't know, right? So Queen Astoria ultimately decides the people need to know. They need to know about the population, the people that hate us over on the other side of that sea. And well, the citizens are aware. There's obviously a mixed review of I guess just a response.
Zach. It's on your water bottle. Do you think you could get it?
Uh-oh.
Zach's currently hunting down a fly.
Oh, that's right. Get right in my fucking line of sight, bro.
Can Zach do it?
Oh, come back here.
Can Zach do it? Can he
If you don't kill him, it all repeats.
Don't do that to me.
Can you do it?
Pressure.
It's right there in your water bottle. It looks like it appears he knocked it to the floor.
Oh, you little shit.
Do you live?
Oh,
Oh, he's right there.
Get it, Lex.
Oh, yeah.
No!
You literally had it was right there in your line of
Where'd
sight.
you go? Do you flap your pants?
It looked like he went this way, but there's no way he could have gone. Oh, he's right there.
Kill it!
Ow.
Hand me a tissue. I'll grab him
I got it.
and I'll throw him away.
Dumbass.
Squish him. Oh God!
Guys, with the crunch?
Did you hear that?
Crunch?
No.
Oh. I felt the crunch. I felt the pop too.
Well, the fly's dead.
Okay,
Beautiful.
cool. I'm not distracted anymore.
Great teamwork.
Yeah, good job.
But yeah, so the citizens are aware, mixed
So it's not all
response,
going to
and
repeat.
that's now the reality and truth that
That was the equivalent of
parody
beating
has to know.
Mikasa and killing
Yeah,
and then you threw the body away, so now you're Armin.
yeah. I had to dispose of it.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm Mikasa now.
All right. You guys ready to jump into this now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is again season
I
3,
can't
episode
remember the voice
22.
that I gave Hitch before, but I'll see what's going
It
on.
feels natural.
I'm going for the tonality. I'm gonna enjoy roasting myself, and AJ.
Yep.
And then
Do what you gotta do.
for one word or one little phrase.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go.
We continue the episode as we are in a courtroom. We see many high-ranking officials chattering amongst themselves, deliberating the news Hanji, the new commander of the Scouts, and Historia, the new Queen of the Walls, have announced. We notice 7 of our returning Scouts. Flock looking unamused. Jean buttoning up his coat. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin huddled together. And Sasha with Connie off to the side. Military police member Hitch approaches the group and says while welcoming,
"Well, if it isn't the brave heroes of the walls."
Jean acknowledges.
Hitch, surprised you came.
Hitch tells the group.
"I just wanted to watch you guys get your medals."
Jean responds.
I see.
Jean goes silent for a moment as he chooses his words carefully.
Marlowe was...
Hitch's demeanor changes from joyful and welcoming to now showing hurt and pain.
He was very brave, right to the end.
A hurt, Hitch replies.
"I know."
Jean then puts his hand on Flock's shoulder and tells Flock.
Isn't that right, Flock? You should tell her.
We notice Flock's hesitation, but he ultimately responds.
Yeah, sure.
Flock looks Hitch in the eyes and tells her.
I rode right beside Marlowe. Just like me, he joined as an urgent recruit. But unlike me, he was brave and a natural leader. Our situation was hopeless. It seemed to us that the Scouts were on the verge of ruin. Just as our fear was giving way to panic and despair, he stepped in and inspired us to push on.
Hitch responds with a solemn.
"Yeah?"
Flock continues his honoring of Marlowe.
He was an amazing person.
Hitch agrees as she responds.
"I know. And that's why, well, it's probably why he never listened to me."
Flock continues.
But in the end, I'm sure he wished that he'd never volunteered.
Hitch looks up in sudden shock and confusion. Hitch tries to keep her composure as she appreciates Flock's words.
"Thanks for that."
Hitch tries to hide her emotions with her usual joking self as she walks away.
"I'll laugh if you guys screw up the ceremony."
Jean notices Hitch walking away with her head down, hiding her true emotions, as a disappointed Jean asks Flock.
Hey, why did you tell her that?
Flock answers.
Because somebody has to speak the truth around here.
Flock then gives a disappointed look at Armin, as Armin feels the resentment in Flock. Armin tells Flock, "Listen, I heard about what you did, Flock. How hard you fought to ensure that Irvin would be revived." Flock adamantly and proudly responds,
That's right. You should be dead, and Erwin should stand in your place. I'm not alone in thinking that. All of us do. Everyone who read that report had the same thought. Why wasn't Erwin the one that was saved?
Armin looks around to see a lot of disappointed high-ranking officials in the courtroom. Armin lowers his head. Eren, having Armin's back, tells Flock, "What do you know about Armin to justify saying that? Not a damn thing!" A snarky, sarcastic Flock responds,
Yeah, you're right. I'm not a childhood friend of his. Hell, I'm not his friend at all. But I can still tell you why he's the one standing here now. It's because you and Mikasa got emotional, and Captain Levi did the same.
Captain Levi can be seen listening nearby.
You made an irrational choice. You treated that syringe like it was yours and wasted it. He's alive because you think your friends are more important than the rest of us.
And annoyed, Eren walks up to Flock and gets in his face. "All right, I think it's time you shut your mouth." Flock looks Eren in the eyes and says,
Eren, I bet even at your core, you're always completely certain that you're in the right. That's why you wouldn't give up. You're the little kid who won't listen to reason.
Eren gets even more frustrated. Mikasa then places her hand on Eren's shoulder and tries to comfort him.
Eren, just leave him be, all right?
Flock continues as he feels the need to have the last word.
At least Mikasa acted like an adult out there. I saw her give up in the end.
Mikasa's eyes widen as she lets go of Eren's shoulder. Jean has had enough as he separates both Flock and Eren.
Jeez, what the hell's wrong with you two? Hey, Flock, let's not do this during a memorial of our fallen comrades.
Connie then interrupts.
What's done is done. There's no sense in dredging it up again.
But Flock continues.
As for you two, you might not have acted against your superiors, but you didn't try to stop Eren and Mikasa either. You didn't do anything but watch. Medals? For what? A memorial for who? When you guys start rebuilding the Survey Corps, you better tell your recruits the truth, or else you'll just end up with a bunch of cowards in the ranks like me. What the hell are we supposed to do now that we've lost Erwin? I know that I'm just fodder. I understand that my life is expendable, but still, I should get to call it like I see it, and decide if this cause is worth dying for.
Armin surprises the group as he tells the group, I think Flock is right. Eren and Mikasa both look at Armin like he's crazy. Commander Erwin. Commander Erwin's the one who should have been saved. Maybe he could have turned the situation around. I can't, though. We actually noticed that Flock almost appears to be feeling sorry for Armin. Eren places his hand on Armin's shoulder and tells him, How can you be so sure of that? Eren stares at Armin in the eyes, but Armin can't look Eren in the eyes. Eren continues, I don't know what choice was right, so I won't pretend to. None of us know what the future might hold. I mean, we can barely imagine. Think about it. If we rode straight from Walmaria, what would we find? Armin looks up at Eren with hope and responds, The sea. Captain Levi continues to stealthily eavesdrop on their conversation. Excuse me. Eren continues to try to motivate Armin. Yeah, that's right. We'd find the sea. A place we've only dreamed about. Water that glows like fire. Fields of ice. Giant rocks that take days to climb. How can we be sure of anything when there's so much that we haven't seen yet? On the other side of the wall, freedom is. Eren pauses as he thinks. He thinks about Officer Gross, leading Faye, Grisha's younger sister, to her death. We again just see the rabid dogs using poor Faye's deceased body as a chew toy. A hopeful Eren now has the look of horror in his eyes. Armin notices the sudden change in demeanor and becomes disturbed. Captain Levi decides that it's time to intervene. All right, you brats. It's time. Line up.
Ooh.
So this is where we see the beginning of Armin's kind of...
He's resorting back to that version of himself that is very,
the downfall of his confidence, I guess. The downfall of his...
I'd say it's like a reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He died and had a reset on his confidence,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
from this point going forward, he's going to constantly compare him to Erwin, And, it happens plenty of
constantly
times
living in
over
the
in
shadow.
season 4, and
He's going to feel like he has to be his replacement, even though Levi straight up said, you're not his replacement.
Yeah.
You'll never live up to him, but you'll still be good for us.
But just like on that same note, though, this is the moment where Armin now loses that confidence. This is the moment where Flock really stands up for what he believes in.
Yeah.
Because we see here that
Flock
now
starts
This is like one of the
his
few times we have independent
opinionated.
Flock.
Yeah.
and Flock himself now he's going to become somebody who, like, he even says, he's kind of like, let's see.
Get ready, I say Flock's mentioned.
Oh, he got ready. He got all hyped
Yeah.
up. I appreciate it.
I just want to find it real quick.
I hope I did your boy justice, even though he's not my boy.
Yeah. He may not be your boy, but
He says, I understand that his life,
Boy.
talking about Flock's life, is expendable. I should get to call it like I see it and decide whether this is a cause worth dying for, right? So now, at this point here, Flock's going to go ahead and decide essentially what is best for him. And we know that, you know, ultimately he becomes this, in this leadership role. You know, it's not necessarily for the scouts, you know? Something that I think that, was it Bobby had mentioned, or somebody in chat earlier mentioned about the hypothetical of Marlo. It might have been actually Eddie. The hypothetical of Marlo surviving over Flock, right?
I think I mentioned that.
Okay. So I mentioned it. I know
Marlo
it was
instead of
also,
Flock.
I remember it was also in chat too, thinking about a what if, but I think it went along with your thought of the whole what if and stuff like that. But like this is almost like Flock's way of like embodying that Marlo, because he talks very highly of Marlo.
Yeah.
But in a different way, whereas Marlo wanted to do right by humanity, do right and become like, you know, this strong scout, right? Now Flock is the one who wants to go ahead and do right and lead and fight for what he believes in. Well, ultimately he becomes a Jaegerist, you know,
Yeah.
which is very
You can
funny
believe
because
whatever
in
you
the
want,
scene, him and Eren are getting after it, you know, that's kind of ironic. But either way, to that same point that you mentioned, Lex, like this is Flock's kind of character development here, because prior to
Yeah.
anything we've seen from Flock earlier, prior to him, you know, obviously carrying, and then that respect to Flock, carrying Irvin's body, you know, it's got to be a difficult task, you know. But
He's a big bro.
he brought Irvin over to the rooftop.
That's kind of impressive.
That was the difficult decision that had to be made. And Flock himself was, you know, he was also, you know, adamant, and he did speak out against Eren and Mikasa, you know,
Yes.
which is why he puts that he literally put like he puts that in Connie and John's face.
Yeah, he
where
does.
it's like, you know,
like
while
don't act like you guys are innocent.
yeah, you guys didn't choose one way or the other, but you guys didn't go ahead and you know,
He didn't even speak your
out
opinions.
against Eren and Mikasa.
Yeah, one of those like complicit, like basically guilty by association.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
And-
didn't agree nor
Like
deny what the
you were
decision
complicit
made.
in the
you
action.
just watched.
So
And
You
Flock
ended up-
even too. I mean, there's points too where he's literally telling Eren, like, that's right, I don't know Armin. I'm not his childhood friend who, you know.
in fact, I'm not his friend at all. I don't like that fool. Like he just like
Yeah.
starts going in.
Exactly, you know. So I mean, credit to
okay.
Flock.
He's
As
like,
much
I was
as I don't want
looking
to
at
give
it
him credit.
objectively as I got a peon and I got a commander. I'm picking the fucking commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, he obviously is justified in that decision, because the captain himself, Captain Levi, we want to do the same, you know.
Yeah, and I'm sure obviously all these people not knowing Armin are also like, you know, like Flock said, he's like, everyone else that read the report agrees with me that it should have been Irvin. Yeah, because they know Irvin and they know how great Irvin is. Irvin was great. They don't know who Armin is and they don't know who what Armin's potential is.
Part of the
no wonder they're
argument-
gonna think that way.
Part of the argument that Eren was trying to go ahead and say was that they wouldn't have got to that point if it wasn't for Armin. He said,
Yes.
Armin did this, Armin did this, Armin did this.
Yeah,
it was
thinking
Armin.
about all the things that he's done.
Right? I like how Jacob's just in chat saying, I don't like him either.
Yeah. I don't like him either. Agreeing.
But it's so we talked about the character development over in Attack on Titan, right? And how certain characters really go ahead and kind of find their own and stuff. And this is Flock's way of doing that. Whereas we see a character that we talk so highly of in Armin, how Armin had so much character development. Now he's kind of resorting back to his, you know, kind of past selves, past insecurities and stuff, you know?
Yes.
It's like, we know that Armin was kind of like reborn into this new kind of version of himself. So it's almost like in a weird way, he's like now he's still this Armin child that needs to gain that confidence.
Yeah, he was reborn.
He was reborn. Literally. But
Literally went from burnt bacon crisp to
little
Big
bacon
nuke.
bits.
Yo, bacon bits.
your bacon bits to a nuke.
But also too, think about the other high-ranking officials and just the other regiment members over in this kind of core room as we see different deliberations happening. Essentially, this is kind of like a recess, I think, and like people are kind of just, you know, waiting for the ceremony to commence, and they're just kind of having their own conversations.
Yes.
Think about all of them finding out the information that kid was chosen over Irvin.
Yeah.
And because the moment that Armin himself really gets that feeling from Flock of like
wow, you know, and when Flock says, like you mentioned, like,
and having Armin already going through this kind of like,
he was already going through on top of the walls.
Yeah.
You know, for sure. But,
already going through it.
you know, Flock even saying, like, you know, I'm not the only one in thinking that too. Right?
Yeah, and being
Then you
like,
notice
crap,
that
Armin's
everyone's
looking.
staring at
starts to
you.
justify that feeling.
Exactly. You know, like you could
It's not
feel
just an
the
insecurity
resentment.
anymore.
I'm
It
sure
feels
the
like a fact.
anxiety was it's like when you smoke and someone's like, everybody knows that you're high.
Yeah.
And then you're like looking at everybody and
It's
they
like
just
you're
look at
right.
you.
They are coming. They are coming for you. Like you have like the worst
I'm
trip
sure the
sitter.
anxiety he has
So
is through the
with
fucking
Armin's
roof.
perspective, it goes from a self-conscious insecurity to like fact.
Yeah.
You think, okay, everyone feels this way. I'm not just being insecure. I am actually not worth anywhere near Irvin. That's what he's thinking. He's comparing his
Well, that's
all
one
self-worth.
these
thing you
people,
can't
all
do.
these
To
people
everyone's
value me
opinion.
less than Irwin.
Yeah.
Flock has a point. All these people don't value me like they valued Irwin.
Exactly. He's
You know?
he's comparing his value to how the public valued Irvin.
And I'm sure Armin's probably sitting there thinking, because he is smart, he's probably thinking, well, now long term, all these people are not going to want to listen to me because they're going to be like, well, you're not Irwin.
Yeah.
Now it's going to make
Exactly.
conversation difficult when I do try to make these things happen.
Exactly. But Flock's all this conversation really it started because Flock decided to go ahead and not hold back, essentially with Hitch. You know,
Yeah.
John obviously
Which is
had
crazy
the
almost
idea.
did.
because she's totally grieving
Yeah.
and she's like, thank you. Like she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like that's really not what I was looking for. Thanks.
And then Flock, I mean, at this point now, I mean, he's
I mean, he's not
essentially-
wrong. He wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. Like, oh yeah, he was far braver than me. Da 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 da.
Yeah,
But
he says,
he still wishes he didn't do
unlike
it.
me, he was a brave and natural leader. He says our situation was hopeless. It seemed to us that the scouts were on the verge of ruin, and just as our fear was giving way to panic and despair, he stepped in and inspired us. Right at that point, you know, like you're starting to kind of bring
Gas him
peace a little bit and make
Yes,
Hitch
yeah.
feel better about the situation. But then the moment Flock's like, but essentially, I think that deep down, he wished that he never volunteered.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of like, whoa, especially coming from having Hitch hear that, because we know, like, damn sure, like, she didn't volunteer. She was
No.
actually trying to convince Marlo not to go ahead and volunteer.
Yeah.
So for her to find out that deep down he didn't want to volunteer, that's got to be like, that's the whole what if game.
Yeah. To be like, okay, so if
Well,
he
I
didn't
feel like
go and he
it's more
didn't
of
even
a-
want to volunteer, then he wouldn't have died.
Because I feel like she's probably left with the thought of, well, did he not want to volunteer from the start? Or what happened that made him not want to volunteer? Was it just...
Was it just not listening to me? Because, that's something she also mentioned too. It's like, yeah, he was, obviously a great leader. It's probably why he just didn't listen to me type stuff,
Because I feel like from Flock's standpoint, since I was kind of in his head just now,
Yeah.
from
Right.
Flock's standpoint, it just sounds like he's like, from firsthand witness being like, I don't think, the second we got out there and rocks were being thrown, everyone wished they didn't volunteer. And I feel like that's what Flock's thinking from that point of,
Continue the Flock talk.
yeah, his point
Flock
of just,
talk.
in the moment, we wish we hadn't done it. I'm sure that there's still no doubt that Marlo wanted to do it beforehand.
Yeah.
But now being faced with death and then eventually dying, I'm sure in his last moments he was like, I wish
wasn't-
I didn't do this.
Yeah, it wasn't
I wish
what
I
he
should have
expected
listened to Hitch.
at all.
And now she's probably left with the thought that Marlo's last thoughts were probably,
The
I
same.
should have listened to Hitch.
Which sucks because she literally comes here to, be support their.
Just
She
be
literally shows
thankful
up
they're
to,
alive.
yeah, be thankful they're alive. See what's going on. Supporting
her
their
best
medal,
wishes.
their medal ceremony.
Yeah.
And then
And not doing the whole boo-hoo, woe is me,
Yeah.
I lost my man.
And then, Jean's trying to do a good thing by being like, yeah, I'm, addresses the elephant in the room and is like, Flock, you should tell her. And Flock's like, it should have been Armin, Armin should have died. We should have brought back Irvin.
Yeah, he kind of just leaves her with the, yeah, your boyfriend wished he listened to you.
Yeah.
Bye, go sit with
he
that.
was a real soldier. He was brave until the end, but he's dead and didn't listen to you. And
Yeah.
she's like,
and he wished,
anyways,
and that, in his last
have
moments,
fun at
he
your
wished
ceremony.
he did listen to you.
yeah.
Like, that's the extra little dagger. And I'm sure, like, I don't think Flock realizes he really did anything wrong. Because, like,
No, he was just,
He was, like,
he's
in his last
extremely
moments, he was-
traumatized.
yeah,
he
he was-
carried his dead commander on his back up just to see that,
whole fucking shit
Yeah.
show happened. He's mad about
see
that.
all of that.
And I feel like from his perspective, he's just like,
He has no idea who Armin is and doesn't see him worth anything near Irvin. Like from his perspective, he didn't, like you were saying, he totally doesn't think that what he said was inappropriate to I almost said Flock. He doesn't think what he said was inappropriate to Hitch.
I feel like in his head, he thinks he's just giving her the truth. These were his last thoughts, because he saw the fear in Marlo's eyes, and he was like, I'm sure Marlo wished he didn't do it. Like, I'm sure Marlo wished, and I'm sure he was like, in a sense, trying to be nice and be like, if it's any consolation, I'm sure he wished he had listened to you. In a way, without saying it like that, phrasing it the way he did, but phrasing is everything. Phrasing is everything. I'm sure he meant it.
The way you say things, I'm
sure he meant it in a consoling way. Like, at the end of the day, like, he should have listened to you. He wished he had listened to you, but he went out there and he did everything he could, and he was an amazing soldier.
Yeah.
Should have switched it. It should have fucking been. Start with the bad news, go to the good news. But he started with the good news, went to the bad news.
Yeah. And then obviously Jean is like, dude, what the hell? Because, I mean, Hitch herself, we see Hitch, she doesn't take anything very serious, but in this moment we see her demeanor completely change. She seems like she's obviously very affected by the loss of Marlo, rightfully so. You know, while they teased each other, there was that, you know, connection, you know? And it's just one of those things where Flock really is kind of standing up for his beliefs here and stuff, you know? His back and forth with Eren and stuff too, you know, like I said, he brings up some valid points and stuff, you know.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's spitting the truth from his perspective.
Yeah, because honestly, this is going to be crazy. I don't fully disagree with Flock when he says somebody has to say the truth. Like, somebody's got to start telling the truth here. Given it may not be the appropriate time, you might have to, you know, say it a little better.
Timing and phrasing, baby.
Yeah, timing and phrasing. Exactly. But I do get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I do get it. Jacob, I get it.
He's not a Jaegerist yet. He's not a Jaegerist yet, so we can still agree with him.
In this moment, I totally get it.
We agree with Scout Flock.
Yes, Scout Flock, not Jaegerist Flock.
Like,
from his perspective, thinking in his shoes, I totally get it.
Well, I'm sure if I were in his shoes, I'd probably be like, bro, why the fuck is this mop head here?
For real. Like, this freaking dandelion boy.
It's like you mentioned, right? That they don't know Armin. They don't know, he doesn't know Armin. As far as he knows, Armin is just an association to Eren as just a childhood friend, and that's why he's here, is because he
wanted to be here.
You're just the friend of humanity's last hope.
Yeah. He's not aware of all the calls that Armin made over on that side of the wall, because Flock wasn't there on that side of the wall.
He's not even aware of what Armin was able to do in the first 2 seasons as well.
Exactly. He doesn't know how big of a difference Armin made. So and how much character development Armin has gone through. He has no idea.
I don't think he'd give a fuck about the character development. I think Flock would just care about results at that point.
That's true.
But like, I'm sure if Eren, Armin were like, sit down, Flock, and or even if Levi was there too, and he was like, let's explain why we chose Armin to you. He could have been a completely different person after that. He could have been completely on the side of taking Armin. Like, if they just said him like, this is all the stuff that Armin has done. And at this age, Erwin's this age and down an arm. So who would you choose with all of this? And if he still says Erwin, he says Erwin, but at least he'd have some sort of an insight as to why Armin was chosen.
At least he would have some kind of understanding.
I feel like in this mental state that he is in, it would have altered his kind of path into the future if he just had that information of this is why Armin was chosen. And I'm sure it would be able to, even though he might not agree, it would make sense to him.
Yeah.
He'd be like, that's still not what I would have done, but I understand why you did it.
Yeah. At least like, okay.
Because he's not full-blown batshit crazy Jaegerist yet who's just fucking around to fuck around, find out.
Well, let's go ahead and let's kind of segue to him starting to really spiral and become that batshit crazy version himself. Like, Eren decides to go and stand up for Armin, right? Of course.
Yes.
Because he's the one who fought for Armin to go ahead and survive. So something that's interesting here that Eren says, I don't know what choice was right, so I'm not going to pretend to. He says, none of us know what the future might hold.
Bullshit.
Interesting.
Bullshit.
Eren does.
And he goes, I mean,
he made it.
We can barely imagine. Think about it. If we rode straight to Walmaria, or excuse me, if we rode straight from Walmaria, what would we find? That's his way of kind of saying, you know, like, hey, remember these aspirations we had, right? Like, we still have to do this stuff, right? Talking about the sea, talking about exploring the world outside of the sea and everything. But there is that line. That line, like I said, that's the line where you kind of, perked my ears up a little bit. And I was like, What do you mean none of us know what the future might hold?
I don't think. Well, at this stage, we understand that he doesn't understand that
he's not aware of it yet. But it's in a weird way, it's such a
give it another 10 minutes.
It's such a funny, just kind of like foreshadowing, you know?
Yeah.
Because even then at this moment here, he's like, yeah, like there's so much outside, literally on the other side of that sea. There's so much for us to explore. He's like,
well,
he goes,
on the other side of that sea.
How can we be sure of anything when there's so much we haven't seen yet? He goes, on the other side of that wall, freedom is. And at that moment, all of a sudden, it's almost like
freedom is instantly swept from under the rug for him.
Yeah.
And then he thinks about literally his, like, you know, his dad, you know, losing his sister. And it's just that creepy ass freaking just like little just scene of Gross holding Faye's hand as they walk away.
Yes, yeah.
And the next scene we see is just literally her corpse, you know, just being
used as a chew toy.
It's like in some sort of like ravine or something like that. It's like she's literally over
near because there's like
it's like
there's like a little like river in between.
It's like a riverbed, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, in
like
between where the airships were.
The little.
It's like between where the airships were and where Kruger and a young Grisha watched them take off. Yeah. That's where the kind of the ravine is. So they must have just gone on a little walk to be out of hearing, out of sight, and just
let the sound of the water overpower the sound.
Yeah, and the sound of the airships taking off too. They probably use that to their advantage as well.
Yeah, and then so that changed Eren's demeanor completely. We see the look of terror in his eyes, and because
he now realizes that freedom isn't an option.
Real quick, Jacob's giving us some more insight here. The reason I like Flock so much is he fights for what he believes in, no matter what he's facing. That's why I love the scene Flock. Everyone he doesn't give a damn. If he's the last one, he never gives up. I will say that this is the moment, like I said, you know, Flock starts standing up for what he believes in. Yeah, Flock versus everyone. There we go. Thank you so much for that, Jacob. But yeah, I mean, this is the character development that we actually wanted from Flock, because what we saw from him early on was just a coward. Yeah. We wanted him to go ahead and stand up for what he believes in.
More strong-headed.
All it took was watching all of your friends die as well as your commander, and then watching them not bring him back when they could have.
Yeah,
you know, he's not definitely. He's not holding his tongue anymore. You know, like Alexi said. I mean, it's actually nice that he's saying the difficult things. You know, but he kind of takes it a little too far.
Timing and phrasing.
Yeah, like Zach says, timing and phrasing is important.
That's the phrase of the episode, timing and phrasing.
Timing and phrasing, guys, that's important. Body language is like 80% of how you communicate.
Like with spoilers. Timing and phrasing.
Timing and phrasing, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from spoiling episodes for people. Thank you very much.
Spoiler photography.
All right. Also, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Zach for doing those voices. Thank you.
I tried to make sure you could differentiate. I don't know how good.
It was good. Yeah, definitely.
You know, ever since he lost his voice, it's
all downhill from here.
But
now my hair's falling out.
You did a good job though, because Jean himself has more of a deeper tone.
No, I don't sound like this anymore.
Your Connie is good though, because your Connie is just like you. It's kind of like how the Hanji is me, and you're just Connie, so it works.
Yeah.
And you're Armin, you know.
Yeah.
Meat.
All right, so we only have one other tiny little moment to go ahead and talk about this episode, and then we go and we'll break this down very briefly, and then of course we'll leave some breakdown for us for next week, because next week will be the finale of season 3.
Finale. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
finishing season 3.
Yeah.
Also, I think season 3 episode. I want to say it's either 21 or 22. It's either this one or last episode, but it aired like 3 years ago today.
Really?
Something like that.
That's crazy.
We're like almost like perfectly.
We perfectly aligned, almost like perfectly lined up.
Yeah, we like accidentally perfectly aligned when it was releasing.
To when we would have been talking about
when
the finale.
we're talking about it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I can't remember. Are you looking it up, Zach?
No,
I think it's on because
Jacob was giving you your flowers. He said it was so great hearing your voice, my boy.
Oh, thank you.
That's so cool.
I don't want to do it ever again. I'm kidding.
Let me find out because I follow.
I'm trying to
Attack on Titan pages and they post about it.
Attack on Titan season 3, original release.
Kyron
July
said,
23rd,
he goes, it worked out. He goes, I got an episode.
July 1st.
Kyron got an episode on his birthday.
Season 3 was in
damn right, Kyron.
Okay.
In July.
So 2 days ago was released the biggest plot twist to save Mikasa and Armin.
Okay.
So we're kind of lining up.
I think the last episode was on July 1st.
Yeah. And so then June. Okay.
Yeah,
we're
pretty much there.
Yeah, we're pretty much there then. Yeah, because next week is gonna be Wait.
It was the 24th. So tomorrow was the air date of 21, and the first is the air date of 22.
Okay, so we're gonna end it the day after, because July 1st is next Monday, and we're gonna be going over on Tuesday.
Yesterday
how
was,
crazy!
Yesterday was episode 21.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Monday is the day of episode 22.
Yeah, the day of the final episode.
Yeah, that's the day of this.
But we're gonna be ending it.
Discovering and
isn't that crazy how we just accidentally perfectly line that up?
I mean, honestly,
it's a sign, bro.
All credit to Eren.
Yeah, Eren made it so. Didn't
Praise
he?
be to Eren.
Those timelines.
Eren made it so. Because I talk about it literally 5 years. Isn't that crazy? It aired 5 years ago.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And we're still talking about it, baby.
And we're still talking about it.
Still so good. Okay.
So good. Watch, we're gonna end up lining up with season 4 now because by the time we get there,
by the time we get there,
released.
one of our final episodes from the final episode is gonna line up. It's gonna be good.
It has to, because there's so much for us to go ahead and cover it. It's gonna take us some substantial time.
Yeah, we'll be doing this podcast for 13 years, just like Eren made it. Eren made it.
Imagine how eerie that'd be.
Yeah, if we happen to just be like, oh, you know what, let's just keep going.
Then we just drop off the face of the earth, leave the podcast for everybody.
I know.
And then by the time that 13 years hits, suddenly
war
we're
hits.
the nukes hit and World War III hits, we die.
End the podcast, we have World War III, just like in the end credit scene.
I got an episode on my birthday. Wow. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Happy birthday, my son.
You got a season 3 episode in real time on your birthday, and you got an Attack the Talk episode on your birthday.
Happy 16.
So 5 years ago on your birthday, you got that, and then 5 years later, you get this. How old are you, brother?
You 16. You 16. You know what? Actually, I want you to be 21 again, so we can go drink together. You're 21.
All right. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and just finish up this episode.
No way.
Levi's like 30 something.
You look so young.
That's because black don't crack, brother.
Fucking true that, bro. 30 to 33.
Happy 5th birthday.
Happy 5th birthday.
Yo, what the fuck? You're like AJ. You guys just don't age, bro.
How old?
Cool.
30 to 33.
30 to 33.
That's awesome.
Very good, yeah.
Well, shout out to us.
I mean, I guess we can't say, oh, you look so young, because look at AJ. AJ's 30.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 29.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool.
Cool.
Yeah. I got you by 1 year, my friend.
Yeah, AJ's still your elder.
Yeah.
Hi, sis. No, you're not, man.
You're like the youngest. You're the baby here.
Yeah.
You're the baby here.
I think me and Heise are like the same age. So we're the babies.
23.
23. Yeah, we're the same age.
He just turned 23.
Oh, I'm a little older than you, actually, so you're the youngest.
I'm older than
Heise.
both of you. Yeah.
Jacob, you're the youngest.
Moral of the story, guys, we're all very young.
You're a baby.
Yeah, AJ's still 25.
You do enjoy it.
AJ's 25 and Kyron's 24. That's my headcanon.
I'm waiting for like Eddie or someone to come in and be like, I'm actually 18. Like, what?
I think Eddie's around our age.
Yeah, I think he's.
Yeah, I think Eddie's around like 22 or something.
Yeah.
24.
All right.
I think he had his birthday recently, did he? I remember seeing something.
So you guys want to get to a close or?
Oh yeah, you know. No, let's go for another
part.
Let's go for another 4 hours.
I'm literally like, all right, guys. So we're gonna go into and then we'll just jump right into other conversations.
I'm fucking spiraling.
That's how
today,
I feel when we're going on for 2 hours before we even start the episode. I'm like, are we gonna at least finish the Q&A before we reach 2 hours?
I'm fucking spiraling, bro.
That's our new goal now, to at least finish the Q&A by the time we reach 2 hours.
That's honestly what I kind of look for when I'm looking at the time. I'm like, we're about done with the Q&A. We got like 20 minutes left of the second hour. We're good.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Like we can start talking we can start talking in hour 3.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get to this part because there's not a whole lot, and then we can get to our final thoughts. Okay, guys.
Oh fuck. there's a lot of thoughts going on, man. I don't know if we'll hit the final ones.
I'm gonna hire way older than AJ. Hey, bad don't matter the age, right? It's all about just what you're feeling.
Of course,
and all that. But don't worry about it.
I identify as a 18-year-old now.
As long as we're all very youthful in spirit, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, we still know how to have fun. Look at us. We're sitting down every week talking about this anime.
Literally. It's awesome.
Look at us.
All right, guys, here we go.
Thought?
Not me.
Not me.
Season 3, episode 22, Other Side of the Sea, part 2.
And another thing, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and read.
I'm like,
And you're like, I know. Unplug her
Just
mic.
unplug her mic.
Shut her up.
I'm just gonna push this over here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The medal ceremony is about to commence as we see Queen Historia standing in front of her throne as the 9 returning scouts bow before their grace. The audience of other regiment members and high-ranking officials watch. Queen Historia stands before everyone, radiating beauty and elegance as she pledges, placing her hand on the left side of her chest. The 9 scouts pledge the same as they continue to bow with their eyes closed. A regiment official presents the medals to Queen Historia so that she can present them to our heroes. Eren narrates, "What did we find in that cellar?" Queen Historia places the medal around Commander Hanji. Was it hope? Or was it just despair? Queen Historia presents her hand to Commander Hanji so that Hanji may kiss the Queen's hand. Our enemy is tremendously powerful. If nothing changes for the better soon, that calamity will only repeat itself. I'd give up my life in a heartbeat if I was certain that in doing so, I can make a difference. Captain Levi kisses the Queen's hand. Queen Historia now approaches Eren. But I'm not about to sacrifice Historia's life. Queen Historia places the medal around Eren's neck. I can't tell anyone about this. So what should I do? Queen Historia presents her hand to Eren. Eren then kisses her hand. We notice brief sparks as Eren's mind is about to change forever because of one specific vision. Eren watches from a point of view shot as his father Grisha approaches the royal family located in the underground chapel. Grisha is panting as he tries to control his heavy breathing. Grisha explains and pleads to the royal family. I'm an Eldian who came from beyond the walls. I'm a subject of Ymir, just like all of you. King of the walls, I beg you, kill the Titans attacking Walmaria, please, before my wife and children are, before thousands of your people are eaten alive. Frida Rice, the founding Titan user, can be seen growing annoyed as her eyes glow with a powerful purple color. Grisha's face demonstrates true horror and agony as we can sense the fear, panic, and desperation. The memory fades to black as Captain Levi, Commander Hanji, and others stare at Eren with concern and confusion. Eren is frozen, still holding Queen Historia's hand, as Queen Historia asks,
Eren?
Queen Historia is alarmed as we zoom in on Eren's petrified face, depicting the same fear, the same panic, the same trauma as his father in that memory. Eren trembles as Eren Yeager will never be the same again. To be continued.
Boom, boom, boom.
Damn. So he's sitting here during the commencement, obviously, after making the discovery that, like, that was, you know, after understanding, okay, this is all going to repeat itself, you know, thinking about Kruger, thinking about Grisha, trying to kind of battle with, like, what do? I don't want to put Historia's life in danger. He's trying to, like, think about what to do until then he's like, oh, I know what happens.
Yeah,
so I do give up my
answer.
life. Got it. Which I think was so interesting that he says, if I could give up my life to make sure that the calamity doesn't happen over and over again, I would.
Yeah.
And
He gets his answer, and you know what his answer is? Kill them.
yeah.
Well,
Strengthen yourself.
Yeah.
the irony
Fight.
of it.
Do we think that he sees himself manipulating his father to kill Frida? How much do we think Eren sees? Because we know he sees a lot.
That's what I'm kind of curious about, because in that moment, in that scene, that is the scene where Grisha himself doesn't want to go through with it until Eren
Basically
instills in him.
Manipulates his dad back. Gets his dad back from manipulating him.
I think what Eren is seeing is, in that moment, Eren sees what happens if Grisha doesn't take the Founding Titan and realizes he did it. Why didn't he do it? Or like, why didn't he do it in my memory, but he did it now? Mm-hmm. And why do I have it? Like, why do I have, like, and he tries to put the piece together and he realizes, he goes, oh, I've got to make him do it. Mm-hmm. Oh, he doesn't do it on his own. I make him do it.
Yeah.
You know what, too? It's, I think of like the moment, and it's such a like defining moment where this petrified Grisha, who's very apologetic to his son Zeke, tells Eren, from this point forward, Eren is he's gonna get everything he wants. For all we know, this could be the moment where Eren notices that whoever it is pulling the strings, this future version of himself, it doesn't matter what Eren does at this point. Which is why he becomes numb, which is why he kind of just like becomes just like
the pieces are already in play.
Autopilot version of himself, because in this moment he realizes that no matter how hard he fights, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's already been written.
Exactly.
And I think maybe, that's a good point. I think that maybe then he probably sees it play out. I think it obviously cuts away to everyone noticing Eren freaking out, because we don't get to see Eren influence Grisha yet, but I think he probably sees himself, his future self, yelling at Grisha to get up and fucking fight. I think, like you said, that's probably where he's like, oh, I did find a way.
Yeah, and
then he gets all of his other memories and he goes, oh,
yeah,
okay. So nothing I do, all the pieces are in play. I'm just gonna fucking follow through with my own will.
And this is a very driven character for most of the series up to this point, right? We know he had his episodes where he just like became very like suicidal, or he became very depressed, and you just felt like, no matter what,
or like
what he
when
does,
Rod Rice convinced him.
Yeah,
everything was like, fine, kill me, you're right. I'm wrong.
And that essentially was also the culmination of visions as well.
Yes.
So
he like made him see the visions of his dad doing the murder. Yeah, doing the actual murder. But now he sees what happened beforehand with the dad of Grisha being like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I mean,
like, please. He sees that he's the push.
Yeah.
Causes it. Now, I feel like that's where he realizes everything Rod Rice showed me is from his perspective. He didn't know why Grisha did it. And now I do. So now it's justified because it's my own reasoning. And he's probably like, I killed those people, not Grisha. And that's probably another thing that also makes him be like,
that's why he's like, so numb.
Can you imagine, like,
I already gave myself all the pieces to do it.
This Eren, right, who's standing right there before Queen Astoria, right? Can you imagine having that realization that you are the reason behind everything? You are the reason that your mom died. You are the reason why. And can you imagine just all of that
understanding
weight?
All that.
And then, because we don't know what he saw. We don't know the extent of it. For all we know, maybe he just got some sort of realization of like, I'm the monster. Like,
I want to ask chat, for those of you that are still with us, thank you, first of all. Thank you for sticking with us still. We're like 3 hours in. Thank you for still sticking with us. But I want to ask you guys, what do you think, how much do you think Eren saw in this moment when he kissed Historia's hand or ring and got all those visions, and now he's numb from now on?
Well, it was just one vision.
Well, it cuts away. Like, it could have been more, and we don't know.
Like, it cuts away before the moment where we would see future Eren step in and be like, fight.
Yeah, that's why I want to know how much he saw.
He's still fucking sitting here like,
yeah.
So we don't know what else is fucking. He could be getting like, for all we know, that vision he saw of Grisha could have been like a fraction of a second. He's getting fucking everything else after it, but for him, it's just he's dealing with it one by one.
So Jacob says he saw every single thing. Kyron says maybe his future self stopped him before he went insane.
Maybe his future self just showed him what he needed to see.
Maybe just like, hey, this is just.
I don't get a sense of reassurance at all from that look that Eren had.
No, not at all.
No. It doesn't have to be reassurance. For what
Kyron agrees with you, Zach.
Yeah, he's just showing what he wants his younger self to see to get him to Marley.
Yeah, just
to then
enough.
push that other step forward.
Yeah, I think he showed him just enough to be like, hey, there's Marleyans on this side. That's the enemy. You got to do this. Just enough to be like, hey, this is your new motivation.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
not
I feel
exactly
like he starts
everything.
getting more visions as he goes on, and eventually it all takes place. Like, I'm assuming once he's in Marley. Because the first time we see him in Marley, he now grows back limbs like they're fucking nothing.
Exactly.
Like, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He grows back limbs like they're fucking nothing, which means he fucking knows how to use his shit now.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that this is just the catalyst of him starting to get shit in. And future Eren is now being like, this is what you need to get you to Marley. You can see all this. You understand that you need to do something to get you to yell at Grisha and blah, blah, blah. And you need to get in touch with Zeke somehow. Like, I'm sure he understands that.
Essentially, this is the moment where future Eren has full grasp of younger Eren.
I think so, yeah. Because I think future
this is where the
Eren.
floodgates start to open for him. Future Eren starts to be like, okay, now you want the same thing I want. You don't want Historia fucked up. You don't want your friends fucked up.
Yeah.
So this is what you need. You want it. He's literally asking the question before he does it. Hold up.
He's asking, what should I do?
Yeah.
He goes.
Yeah, he talks about.
He goes.
It's in the big old part where
I'd give up my life in a heartbeat if I was certain that in doing so I could make a difference. Captain Levi kisses the Queen's hand. Historia now approaches Eren, but I'm not about to sacrifice Historia's life. I can't tell anyone about this. So what should I do? Like, he's literally sending up his own little prayer to God.
Yeah, praying
and
to
he answers.
Eren.
Yeah.
He answers himself with that memory, and he goes, this is what you need to do. You need to fucking get in touch with Zeke. You need to talk to Grisha in this moment.
Yeah.
Convince him to give you the founding Titan. And bing, bang, boom. Now you really are the one in control.
I think he honestly did see pretty much everything. Like, he saw all of his tasks ahead of him of what he needs to do. Maybe not exactly how to get there, but he knows what he has to do. And it cuts away because the viewers can't see how it ends. We can't see what's going to be going on the next season, but Eren sees it. So I think that's why it cuts away.
I'm sure he sees things like Hanji and Sasha. I think that something similar happened to the same way there was a whole flash of scenes when Eren's head made contact with Zeke's hand.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, that's why I think he's so gone. Yeah, future Eren's telling him everything that he needs to know. Yeah, imagine seeing your own death. Yeah, that's probably what he saw too.
I'm sure, because he literally says, I'd be willing to give up my own life. He probably sees that. A couple other instances of key pieces being put together, and then he probably ends off seeing Mikasa fucking.
Yeah, sees her the last thing he sees before he dies.
And then I'm sure he sees like them being happy at the end or something.
Yeah, it's like it was for that cause that he wants. If you want to get to this outcome, you have to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, if you want to get the answer to the question you just asked, this is what you do.
Yeah.
And it
just happens to be poetically perfect. He asks that in his head right when he kisses Historia's hand. And Jacob says, I love the duality of Eren, the hyped up freedom seeking person, to someone who gave up and is depressed and numb. I think it's because, slave to freedom. That's basically the whole thing, Jacob. But
he's a slave to everybody else's freedom.
Yeah, everyone else's freedom, not his own.
He's a martyr.
Pretty much, exactly, yeah.
That's basically what a martyr is, a slave to freedom. You die for your cause.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
No.
I think that for me, I was kind of curious too, as far as the extent of what it is that Eren all saw.
Trying to figure it out.
It very well could be
another question for Isayama.
Write that down.
He saw everything play out however it's supposed to be, however future Eren wants it to be, and now he knows essentially, like Grisha, where you're given this one last mission. Now he understands, oh shit, well, I have a final mission here.
Yep.
And yeah, it's crazy to go ahead and see. And we're talking about like character developments a lot over in this episode, how
they've changed so much.
Eren is a character that brought a lot of hope, and we literally saw it in this episode where he's bringing hope to Armin, and it seems like there is that future Eren who's like, no, remember this. or know this, or this is what happens when you have hope, or whatever it is, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because as soon as he's talking about the sea, we need to go outside the world and see that, he has that vision, almost like somebody pops that vision in his head of like, well,
This is what the
wait,
sea
you're
looks
right.
like. Yeah.
This is what happens, you know? And
I
so
feel like
now
I
at
feel
this
like
point, it's
that's
like,
also Eren being like, this is what you want, but it's not
bro,
for
someone
you.
else is taking the wheel now,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just what it is.
It's not yours.
Yeah, I feel like the little memories are just Eren, future Eren chiming in, being like, "That's not your future. That's not your future. That's their future. That's
Yeah.
their future.
Remember, you're
Stick to
doing
your
this
plan.
for their future.
Stick to your plan."
Otherwise, it'll all just repeat itself. More calamity, more chaos, more.
Because you're right.
Well,
a lot
the
of times
irony
Eren's
of it
getting
is that it
visions when
does.
He's got that
Yeah, and it
positive
does.
attitude, yeah.
It does repeat
Irony
itself.
is
He
that
just
it
didn't
does
see that
repeat
far.
itself.
He just died before.
I mean, the thing is, he says that he goes, if nothing changes for the better, soon the calamity will only repeat itself. I'd give up my life in a heartbeat if I was certain that in doing so, it could make a difference. It's not saying it would end things. You know, it does make a difference. You know,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
2,000 years
He
of
wants
peace,
to make
more or
a
less.
difference.
yeah, you know, so it does make a difference.
At least for his friends, he made a difference for his friends for sure.
Yeah.
For the people, for the world that he knows, he for sure made a difference.
Also, I mean, he's thinking about Historia, protecting her. He's the father.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
That popped in my head for sure.
That definitely popped in my head too.
Same.
I also wanted to say that the fact that there are 9 scouts and Historia's the queen.
Yeah, you're right. There's 9
Nine
Titans, right?
Titans.
Damn, you're right.
Interesting, Isayama. I see you.
So Eren's looking at Historia like his own Ymir.
Yeah, like his Ymir to
So he
protect.
kind of needs to leave a legacy behind.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've talked
That's
about
the
it.
royal.
It seems to make the most sense. And then Eren's obviously, seeing what we know about Eren at this point, especially going forward now, is that Eren is a mastermind, and so he's not going to go ahead and have Queen Historia just conceive a child with some farmer.
Yeah.
You know?
No way.
Like,
I know what spinoff I want. I just want a spinoff of Eren explaining all of the
Yeah, I want to
unknowns.
see Eren and Historia's
it's going to be like
conversations.
commentary with Eren, though. It's just
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be-
just Eren. I would love it if it was just Eren being like the stone cold Eren, narrating to start off, being like, "This is the story of how I brought the end of an era
I don't
and
want to
all
see
the mistakes along the way."
I don't want to see the actual sex. I just want to know that he.
We just need
he
confirmation.
did.
That's all we need.
I just need a confirmation. I don't
Eren
want to
just
see it. I just
answering
need confirmation.
All of my unknowns. I want him to be like,
Yeah.
and the reason why I had a child with Historia, and everyone
Yeah.
goes, "Oh,
Yeah, I
He
knew
goes,
it.
It's to secure the future." Boom! Flash cut to the guy with the dog.
Guess what?
Yeah.
That's all we need. I'm content.
Yeah, same. That's all that I would need. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, cool, we're right, cool.
Yeah, literally.
Got it. Does the farmer know?
I'm sure the farm. Well, he has to know.
Yeah, yeah.
If it is Eren's kid, he has to know. Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we don't see that fool's face.
Yeah,
So,
never.
He's not, he's
I
not
bet he
relevant.
ugly in his story didn't even let him hit.
I know.
Yeah.
He probably was like, babies come from storks. honey.
He probably doesn't
Yeah.
even know how to
Babies come
conceive
from
children.
stories.
So he probably
Yeah.
knows they just hugged and he's just
I
like,
don't think
"Ooh,
they
that's all
had
it
sex
takes?"
ed back then.
He's like, wow, Historia, that's all it takes.
I know. All we did was hug.
I gotta be careful because I'll be hugging a lot of people.
I know. I gotta be careful. I want to be a baby
It's
daddy.
just a peg. It's just a cheek kiss, specifically a cheek kiss. He goes, well, shit, I got my mom pregnant. I gave her a cheek kiss.
He goes, I've been giving my mom a lot of kisses.
Damn.
No. You like ketchup or mustard?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and Historia stuck with him.
Maybe it's just Christianity symbolism. We added it just because it's cool.
Evangelion, Christianity symbolism. Yeah.
I need to watch Evangelion again. I miss it.
All right, guys. But again, as,
All right, guys.
as stated
You still have a little
here,
bit of the farmer lingering in that one.
right.
as stated here,
All right, fellas.
this is we've lost Eren.
Yes.
Eren is gone.
He will never be the same
The Eren
again.
we once knew.
Yeah, he's
But did we really lose him, or was he really Eren all along?
there. We go.
Eddie says he still has his brand new Evangelion skateboard.
Fucking so
Ooh.
cool.
Brand new. Yeah,
So
I
fucking
would
cool.
be scared to skate on something that pretty.
I don't think I would. If I had like a nice deck, I don't think I'd even put wheels on it. I just like
Yeah, let's
I'd,
just
like, put it on a
display
rack
it.
somewhere.
That's a
yeah.
shelf.
That bad boy.
But it was probably
You know what I'm saying, Eddie?
good skateboard decks. They cost a pretty penny.
Good stuff, guys. But yeah, so we're going on 3 hours. This has been a fun episode.
We started off with hypotheticals, so we obviously started off spiraling.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this was a good episode to go ahead and
The
spiral.
brain juices were flowing today, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And happy birthday again, Kyron.
Yes,
Thank you so much for
Kyron.
joining us.
Happy
birthday, my
man.
son.
Again,
I still think it's weird that a 29-year-old man is my son, who's also a very different skin tone for me. But like I said,
Yeah,
I gave
who's
you all,
like very. How did that come from that? Doesn't make any
I gave you
sense.
all my melanin before I was born and before you were
And
born.
funny enough, I mean, he looks younger than you do.
I know he does. Looks like Opal. They don't really look younger than me, bro.
Thank you, Eddie. I don't know what great point you're referring to. I don't even remember what I just said, but
I'm adopted. LOL.
thanks.
Yep, you are Annie.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
No, you say he's
Adopted?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
You're Mikasa.
Yeah, all the adopted girls. God, no
also-
one wants their girls. Ymir,
Shout out
Annie,
though.
Mikasa.
Shout out to Grisha, because in his little spiral, he's
Story?
thinking about, his wife, and he says, "My children."
Yes.
However, he could also
my
be
wife
like-
and children.
He could have meant Zeke hypothetically too.
Oh yeah, that's true. He may not mean Mikasa.
That's what I
I was
honestly
thinking.
thought
I was
of.
thinking about Mikasa and Eren, how he adopted Mikasa and treating her as
Well, he could be
As his
talking
own.
about all three of them.
That's true. He could be talking
But
about all of them.
what's the
So
line
maybe
actually?
he cuts himself off because that's when Aaron's like, "Fuck you, I'm dying."
He goes,
I'm a martyr.
"Please, before my wife and children before thousands of your people are eaten alive."
He's either rephrasing
And-
for the sake of sympathy from the,
Because Frida's
Maybe
looking
he is
pissed.
referring. Maybe
or
he's referring to Mikasa.
to Zeke, Mikasa, and Eren.
I don't know. I don't think it's Zeke because
I like to think he's including Mikasa.
it's moments after this where he realizes, "Oh shit, I see you, Zeke."
Yeah. Well, I think he's for sure referencing all three of them.
I'd be like, "Nah, fuck that kid, you
And
rat,
But I also,
Yeah.
I don't
you
know.
rat."
I feel like he's just changing his phrasing for the sake of gaining sympathy from Frida. But a part of me wants to be like, he mentions children and Aaron's like, "Fuck you.
I know.
Bullshit.
Yeah, maybe.
You left Zeke and me to die."
But honestly, I don't think that he's trying to ham it up for sympathy. I don't think that Grisha could even think like that right now. I think he's just so far in his own
Grisha
mind about
himself
being
is
like,
already so,
just
like,
so
gone.
like, I have to do this, but I really don't want to kill you.
Exactly.
So
This is a
please
task he
just
doesn't wanna
can
do.
you just kill off the Titan? Can you please just stop the violence, please? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to kill your family. So
And Frida looks like, "Nope,
yeah, she's like, okay,
hell no."
try. I'd like to see you try, and you succeeded. So.
I still feel like Aaron sees Grisha give up, and he sees himself tell Grisha to get the fuck back up.
I think so too. I think he sees that. I just don't know to the extent of what he sees, if he sees a culmination of how everything plays out. But I just think from this point on, he gets to understanding that, oh shit.
I feel like even if
He
he,
sees enough
even if he
to-
just sees that
He sees
right
enough.
there,
Exactly. That's
even
the
if he just
moment where
sees
it's
that,
like,
he knows himself. He goes, "Fuck." He
like,
goes,
I am not in control anymore.
he goes, "That's he goes." Well, I'm in control, but I'm also not in control.
Literally.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm.
It's me, but not
Yeah.
He's like, "I
Whoa.
can't wait till I'm that guy. I can't wait till I'm that version of me."
future me is tormenting me.
Yeah.
Now the real plot twist would be if Aaron said, "Fuck myself, I want to live," and
Yeah.
just switched the whole plan up, and then it was him
know.
versus him.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Him fighting himself in the path would be pretty sick.
Future Aaron's fucking up. Little Aaron, for sure.
Oh, huh? You're ruthless, bro. Ruthless.
Yeah, that's why everyone's staring at him like, what the
And then
heck?
future
is
Aaron
wrong
starts
with
fading
him?
away.
Yeah. And it starts turning into just Aaron.
Literally.
He's like, "Mr. Yeager."
I don't feel so good.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
His
Yep.
spidey senses.
Good stuff.
Okay, my brain's empty.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't have any
Sure.
more dots.
Dots.
Any more
I don't have any
dots?
more dots.
I have no more dots to
I have
connect.
no more dot pictures.
No more dots. Shout out to Dot Pixis. You'll forever be missed.
I can no longer connect the dots because
He hasn't
there are
died
no
yet.
dots.
In
Oh,
our
he's gone.
story.
He's gone.
Don't talk about my fucking man like that. I'll die on that hill, bro.
He's gone.
I'll die on that fucking hill.
Yeah, he did survive longer than Irvin.
He did.
Damn, Skippy,
did.
he did.
But it's because he wasn't there.
Yeah, that's because he wasn't there.
Survival of the fittest, bro.
Know your environment.
You just wanted to get sat on by a big lady butt.
Yeah. If he finds out what the cart time looks like, he'll be trying.
Yo, if Pixis heard Spanish peak, he'd be like, fucking.
I was gonna say something completely just like toxic, but I realize it's.
You don't
Shouldn't
want
say
to
it.
immortalize on the internet forever.
Shouldn't say it.
Attaboy.
Shouldn't say
You
it.
can say it when we cut.
Yeah, I'll say it when it cut. All right, guys.
I told you what? What did I tell you?
So Zach
Yeah.
told me.
So Zach told me.
You just wanted to get sat on by a ladybug, bro.
Texas. Yeah, he just wanted to get set on.
So Zach told me about Buenos Dias. So hit me with one of those.
There it is. Love it. All right, guys.
Buenos
That's all we got for you guys
Yeah.
in this podcast episode. We're almost at the end of season 3. It's crazy. Honestly, I didn't even realize that until you mentioned that, Lex.
Yeah. I was looking at it and I was like, I think this is literally the season finale.
Oh, Eddie. So I'm sorry, I never addressed that actually. Yeah, I told Zach about it a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was before his trip, but unfortunately, I didn't know the weekend of when Anime Expo was, but it falls literally right on the weekend where me and Lexi are going to be.
We're going to be out of town.
And I was hoping that wasn't going to be the case, but
I know.
yeah. So apologies, but
Sorry, Eddie.
You know, there's going to be other expos and stuff. There's going to be other stuff.
We will
down the
see
line.
you actually are probably the one that lives closest to us.
Definitely.
In our area. So.
But yeah, so it just
see you, man.
unfortunately it just.
I
didn't-
still have no clue what day I'm going to go on, to be honest. I'm just waiting to get my schedule at this point.
So yeah, sorry about that, Eddie. But I mean, we'll go ahead and we'll link up over at there'll be other expos and whatnot down the line.
And then next year we'll cosplay out. We'll go big with
There
one
it
of the
is.
prepping.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So appreciate you guys. Love you guys so much. That's all we got for you guys over in this podcast episode. Make sure you guys follow us over on Instagram at Attack to Talk Podcast for all of you guys' updates. Check out this week where it looks like we have a pretty good Q&A courtesy of Bat. Thank you, Bat, for the Q&A.
Thank you, Bat.
And then poll question in regards to what you guys want us to go and talk about once we're done with season 3. Do you guys want us to cover the OVAs or just jump right into season 4? Also over in Instagram in the link tree, there is in the bio there's a link tree. And you guys can find all the different platforms we are available on. Bat mentioned about where you can find the season 1 episodes of Attack to Talk, and that would be over on Spotify. You'll find all that over on in the link tree.
You guys can hear my baby voice.
And Eddie, do not apologize. You're not being creepy or
You're
weird
big chillin',
at
bro.
all. You're fine. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, Eddie, yeah. Don't ever think that that.
Bro, I want to meet you.
You're literally like
You're
our
cool.
real life friends. So
Yeah, seriously.
don't think that you're just like a viewer watching.
And then something too
us.
that
Like we're having a conversation. You're literally your friend.
something I even told I said about Kyron at the start of the episode, and for some of you probably didn't hear it, but you guys mean so much to us. We truly do love you guys and your support.
No, you're
You
not
guys are our
just viewers.
friends.
You're literally our friends.
While
We meet up every Tuesday.
While we haven't seen you guys in person and stuff like that, like you guys,
You're our
still mean
online
so
friends.
much to us. And
You know what I would love to do one day? I'll talk about this a little bit more off the podcast. But if you guys like this, you guys can just tell us through chat or through DM or whatever.
Yeah.
But what if we ended up doing an episode where we're on Discord? Because there's a way we can go on Discord. We can have different rooms and we can
the thing,
drag
though,
and
is
drop everybody and bring
I
them
would
in to
love
talk.
to do that. And plus, also thinking about it too, there's gonna be times where we're not gonna be able to all be in the same room together too, So
Oh, yeah.
do that. But I would love to go ahead and actually have just some sort of full on meeting session of just
I
being
think I'm
able to
gonna
talk.
make us a Discord.
Even if it wasn't even actually I do have a Discord. I created
Yeah, we
so
have
that
a
I could
Discord,
talk,
we just
so I
never
could talk
used
to
it.
Nate.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
Fuck it. Well, we can talk Nate, try to make it like a community Discord so we can have different
I have
chats
no
in
idea
there
how to
too.
do that stuff. You guys know how I am when it
I
comes
kind
to
of know. I kind of know a little bit, so
I just know
I'll
how
talk
to get
to Nate
in,
too.
talk and use it.
But
I don't
even
know how to,
if we don't do an episode at first, it's more so we just meet our friends
yeah,
first, and
yeah.
stuff, and then we can go ahead and kind of get we can get it structured better.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I was just saying, we can have a Discord for us, and that way everyone who
go
wants to
ahead.
talk during the week, we can all talk during the week. We don't have to be on
My
the podcast
concern
for it too.
Is that if we get too many people on at once, it's going to become a little bit more of
It's
chaos,
more
and stuff,
chaotic.
So what would be cool would be to have a scheduled friend, on different
Yeah.
weeks. So
Yeah,
for example,
this week we're having
Jacob
Kyron, then
going
Eddie.
joining us.
Oh no,
next
that's kind of
week
like what
Kyron
I'm saying
and
because
stuff,
we
and
can
all that.
have different rooms too. Where for example, we can have the recording studio. We can name one of the rooms literally the recording studio. And it can be private but open to us three and Nate. And then we can just bring people in. We can literally drag them from another lobby that they're sitting in if we want to do a public Q&A with them. We can drag them in to voice chat with us in our recording studio.
Yeah.
They can ask their question, we can talk to them, and then we can just send them back to the
That's
other
even
chat.
if you guys would want to be down to
Yeah.
even be in an episode. I know there's some people that are, maybe
Yeah, it's all up to you guys.
To be in the episode. I totally get it. So it's really all up to you. I mean, we'll talk more about this to you guys privately. Yeah. We'll talk, we'll figure everything out together.
So here's the thing, guys, is that
if you like that idea.
I imagine that you guys are limited in chat. And there's probably so much you guys want to say in terms of bringing value and breaking down the episodes with us. And I think it'd be really cool because all of you guys really are
you guys know your shit.
Knowledgeable when it comes to, just like little details and stuff,
Fucking Eddie even just bombs on us today. Everyone's dropping bombs on us today. Everyone's dropping info bombs on us.
So just like what we do here, essentially you guys would be included in that mix. So if you guys feel comfortable with that, like Lexi said, then we would love to have you guys over on the podcast, just breaking down an episode with us.
I'm gonna start getting in that chat.
I can give you that info.
Yeah, send me the link so I can hop in there. We can talk to Nate too, and we can kind of work it out. So
we'll figure it out.
I'll explain a bit more after we cut cameras.
If you guys would be down with that idea, we would love to have you guys more included, especially with how much we talk and how much we jump from topic to topic.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's hard to fully type out what you want to say and have it sent by the time, and next thing you know, we're already on a completely separate subject. So,
exactly.
It's kind of like how we've
had. I have
had
a system in my head too about how this would work. So
it'll basically be the same kind of structure, same kind of idea. Where when we have, when we've had Vince on, when we've had Marco on, when we've had other guests on and everything. I think that would be pretty much the same thing, except it would just be online on Discord and. We would also have to figure out if, they want to do video chat, if we would see them, if it's just voice.
Yeah, that would be more post stuff. We could figure that out. I'm sure, because Nate's very familiar.
So Jacob's extremely down, and Kyron is also down.
Hey, Jacob, my one thing for you is, you can't just come in here spouting that Flock Jaeger's nonsense, bro. I will drop you to the waiting room, bro.
My one thing is just stay on topic, please.
And also too,
even though we have a bad way of doing that.
If that's something that, you feel like you can go ahead and kind of just run with and stuff, and in terms of letting people in and stuff, and because like all the stuff you're saying, I have no idea.
Yeah, I've seen, for example, I've seen videos in the past that has similar structure to it. I'll explain it more after camera because I don't want to sit here for 20 minutes and have you guys listen to the plot of future possible episodes. But
Discord.
I don't want to get everyone's hopes up just to.
Yeah. But right now it's just an idea that's in the air, just trying to see if it's good for everyone, and then we could figure it out, see if it works.
We've talked about before in the past, you guys, about trying to include you guys more.
But we're about to get into season 4, guys. It's time that we maybe start delving into this.
Maybe that's something we can do with the OVA episodes. Maybe each OVA, since there's 5 of them, we can designate each Attack the Talk Levi squad member can get their own episode to sit in with us on Discord.
I mean, even if we just decide to go ahead and watch it together, there's stuff where we can go ahead and do just stuff like that. Well, I mean, we can figure it out.
Cool. Fuck yeah.
Because it'd be cool to go ahead and sit down, watch, and just kind of discuss what we saw together.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I said, we want to include you guys. You guys are the heart and soul of the podcast. We are just kind of the faces of it, but you guys literally are the reason why we're continuing to do this.
We're just the ones that press go live.
So again,
we're just
so
the yappers.
You guys, literally, that's all we do.
We're just here to share your guys'
love yapping.
Words.
We're to spread the gospel of Jaeger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, guys, go and follow the Instagram. And I'm just thankful for you guys, for your guys' continuous support. So
leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to do the Discord shit too. Leave a comment on that. And don't forget to share, ring that bell.
Kyron said attack the yap.
Attack the yap.
Yo, hey, our OVA episodes where it's just us yapping, we can do attack the yap. A little attack the yap OVA.
We be yappers, man. We're all yappers here.
I'm a professional yapper, bro. I'm a yapologist.
You can ask the Asian freak.
I'm a yap lead, bro.
Ask the Asian freak. I'm the most yappiest yapper that's ever yapped.
On that note, I'll let you guys go ahead and yap away. I'm going to go and say goodbye. I want to say I love you guys, and you guys stay safe and spread that love and positivity, and I want to wish you a happy birthday again, Kyron. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys next week when we finish off season 3. All right. You guys go ahead and say your things.
It's pretty much also all I got. Happy birthday, Kyron. Thanks so much for sitting in with us on your birthday. Thank you for everyone that joined us in chat. Hope to see you guys also next week. As always, stay safe. Hope to see you next week, and I have fun with you guys. Thanks for coming in.
My fun fact.
And you know about Code Lex. You know about that. Y'all know about that.
LEX. Let's
Y'all
go.
know about that. But I just wanted to focus more on thanking you guys.
It's over in the link tree. We talk about it every podcast. But
Check our link tree. All of our info's on there. Explains everything on
You know the deal. Fandomion, Caesar, Nate. Nate Plays Bad. Go check out Nate.
Shout out to Nate.
Support the baby bro, please. My random fact, if you get stung by a jellyfish, just because there were some in Hawaii, please pee on yourself. It'd be funny. Great story to tell. And it gets rid of the stinging feeling. Happy birthday to my big baby son. My big bouncing baby boy. He grew up so fast.
Right.
Other than that, guys, stay safe. 4th of July is coming up. Happy holidays for you guys. Make sure you're driving safe as well. And yeah, get your dogs some booties for the heat.
Oh, yeah. Get your dog some boots. All right. Love you guys. Stay safe.
Bye. I knew it. I missed it. Stay safe, you guys.
Yeah. All right. Love you guys.
Bye.